No, that as in camping. Yes.
Just ignore them, Dart. They're being assholes.
Yeah.
I'm including myself in that, by the way, gentlemen.
So who have we lost?
How do carry-on films hold up these days? I haven't seen any for 10, 15 years.
Are they allowed to be broadcast?
They're probably no longer suitable for airing. They're probably politically incorrect.
They've now got a 50 rating. You must be at least 50 to watch this.
Hey, I'm not far.
6 months.
I'm over.
What, you're 50 in 6 months?
Oh, it's sub 6 months.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. I get nothing from it.
You don't?
No,
Yeah, I was going to ask, how much money do you get out of your 3.99?
nothing by the looks of it so far.
I think you have to tip over a certain number.
Yeah.
That's rude. That's how that works.
You give me the money, Dart, and I'll twitch for you.
Yeah.
Well, less of that.
Less
Yeah.
of that.
Stop doing that. How much have you been drinking?
Not enough. If you'd been drinking enough, the shirt would have come off at the same time.
I didn't see
Yeah.
a smell there from Medi.
Oh, no.
I was putting some hair on.
That's disturbing.
What the heck?
Of course, Medi's muted and he's talking away to us.
Yeah.
That much is true.
Alright, are we ready?
Probably.
Then let's
No, let's go for it. Let me transfer across now. Yeah. Let's bugger it. Let's go live.
Welcome, episode 26, I believe.
26 indeed, sir.
26. It's not quite 26 weeks. It's been a lot longer than that, but it's awesome to see that everybody's still committed, which I always like.
It's half a year.
We've been
Yeah.
committed. Has it been that long?
It has been that long. Well, it's been longer than that in terms of actual weeks because we've had several weeks out, but
Also, month of December we didn't do anything.
we didn't know. So 26 game sessions, half a year's worth of gaming is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Another 26, and maybe another 36 or 46, and we'll be rivaling Critical Role.
Well, what do you mean?
No one's died.
Campaign 1, 114. Nobody's died yet. This is true. All right, so let's quick recap. Last session, you fought your way through this.
I watched the Critical Role animated series. That was funny.
It was
Amazing.
Funny. Yeah.
What is Grog's? Is he just a massive human?
He's a Goliath
Goliath.
barbarian.
Goliath Barbarian,
Skeleton hand.
Sorry, what was that?
Scanlan's hand. Because they can't use Bigby. So if you listen to the actual series, it's Bigby's hand, but they're not allowed to use Bigby because it's a trademark.
TSR, isn't it? Whatever.
Yeah, so Bigby is one of the 7 that go up against Vecna and get decimated by Vecna. So there was Bigby,
No idea who you're talking about.
Bigby, Morden Kanan, and
Tasha.
some others. Tasha, yeah, was one of the 7, and those named characters are all trademarked D&D, so you can't use them.
Otterluke,
Otterluke might have been,
Resilient
yeah.
Sphere, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got Die Vecna Die, I think it's called, or Vecna Lives. So my Monday night group are just about to start, and they don't know this at all. They're about to start Scourge of the Slave Lords.
You know we're live, probably, so they know now.
That's right. No, they won't watch this.
Nobody watches
after
this.
that, and then after that, it's Vecna Lives. So they're going to hate me. So if you're listening, Vecna Lives, boys. So last episode, you finally fought your way through the remains of the Dragoloth in the Sphinx's temple, and then had a long conversation with the Sphinx about the pros and cons of returning back to your normal timeline, where you learnt a few things about what would happen if you didn't return, which you all decided was not so pleasant. So eventually you agreed, and you had Rage utter the words exactly as you wanted them to be, so that you returned back to your timeline. From there, you stopped yourselves from going down the hole and back into the temple, the plane of elemental water. Yeah, the elemental plane of water, and are now heading northeast or eastwards through the swamp. No, westwards through the swamp, looking for the source of the goblins, basically, which is what you believe you're looking for, that potentially have the ring. As you did so, you came across an abandoned farm in the swamp and excuse me, a large giant, purple-skinned giant that you'd seen before seemed to be eating something. And that was where we left it last week. And this week, we are going to roll for initiative.
I think he was eating the fisherman, wasn't he?
He was indeed eating the fisherman, yes. Oh, that's right. You also found
Oh, I rolled his...
Or was it the fisherman's friend?
Had he already noticed us, or
he hasn't?
Sure, it was a cow.
Yeah. It was eating a cow at this moment in time, but as far as you could tell, you did find a couple. You found a fisherman and a fisherman's friend that were badly mauled and distraught and damaged.
Oh, I've got some fisherman's friends in the cupboard. I would like to cast Bless.
I would like to rage. Oh, no, wrong.
I would give you all a non-attack action before we go into combat.
Do we have a map?
Yeah, we had a map, I think.
Yeah, we had a map.
Hey,
you have a map.
Swampy Farm. Is that what we had? That's not what we had last week, is it? Oh, I dropped out.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you left early.
I dropped out a few minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I was playing D&D last night. I have a live session that was meant to be a one-shot. We're now on our 6th session, and it was meant to finish last night. And at 1 o'clock, there was still at least another 2 hours of combat ahead of us. So I'm absolutely knackered tonight.
Has it finished, though?
No. We've got to go back again. And it's great. So he's doing exactly the same thing, just so you know. It's a real Horizon Zero Dawn kind of setting. And he's done a really, really good job of it. It's his own world. It's his own story. I think he's an official translator, Polish translator for D&D as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Face to face.
Yeah, but he's incapable of keeping things compact and running quickly, which is fine because we're all kind of heavy roleplay people in that group.
Sounds awesome.
I was playing my one with my work people, and I nearly died to a couple of zombies and a skeleton and a white. Because there was only 2 of us, so I was just a wizard and a cleric. So,
a couple of zombies, a skeleton, and a white, and there's 2 of you. That's a
really.
That's a little bit of an overkill. That's a definite TPK.
Yeah, was that set up as a TPK or what?
We
what
were
level
level
were you?
2. Level 2.
Still a TPK.
Yeah, that's still a TPK.
Well, luckily, the wizard was running around in circles, avoiding the zombies. Because we're doing it online, we didn't have any tabletop anything. So, and I was just tanking out the white and made him run off.
All right, L'Oreala, have you cast Bless, or do you wish to cast it now?
I wish to cast it now.
Right.
I was just waiting for the combat round to start because I know the timers.
You have to roll for Kelg as well.
Yeah, I do. You are correct.
Although I think it's not adding the bless effect still. So
okay, so who have you targeted?
I have targeted Rage, Jet, Kurgan, and myself.
Jet doesn't need
4 of you.
bless. He's got like a +9 to hit or something.
I suspect we might need all the help we can get.
Yeah, me.
Who else?
Me.
Kurgan.
Kurgan.
That's cast at level 2. So
I saw the effect go off on me, so...
Yeah.
So everybody should find they have a
Yes.
blessed. Those of you who've been blessed should now have a
Ooh,
blessed
it's got
temporary
the
effect
best-
on.
It's got a new icon.
Yeah, so I have to do this manually because I can't figure out how to not do it manually at the moment, but it works. Okay. All right. So top of round one, Ember. The giant, as you kind of slosh through the swamp, mid kind of chew and bite, you watch as the giant kind of takes a bite out of this cow and kind of looks up and spots you all.
Oh shit.
And a sort of a hideous, toothy, bloody smile cracks across its face as it contemplates live, fresh meat. And
Fresh
Ember,
meat.
top of round one, you are up.
Okie dokie. Right, I'm distance. Oh, that's still not doing that.
So the whole of the area where this house is a raised island, and you can move on it as normal. But all the swampy colours are swamp, and that's difficult terrain.
Wait, what did you say? Saw the what?
So this kind of stuff here is swamp, so that would be difficult terrain. But the grass that you see and the grey and the brown is normal dry land, so that's normal movement.
Okay. My range.
Short bow, 80 feet, I think.
Okay. Can it see me?
Yeah, it's seen you all.
But I'm hidden behind everybody else.
And
All right, stealthing.
do you wish to stealth? Okay, take a bonus action to stealth. Go for it.
What was that? Are we supposed to be seeing that?
Yeah, we just saw a wisdom saving throw from the giant.
Yeah, it wasn't a wisdom
Okay, I
saving
moved
throw either.
there.
Got it. Okay, you're moving there. Yeah. Okay, so you are hidden from it at the moment.
Why has it
hasn't
got
seen you.
disadvantage?
I don't know. I think I've
Oh.
got a stuck key.
Okay, gonna shoot it with my bow.
Shoot it with your bow. The well is probably in the way there, so it will get some cover.
All right. Well, in that case, I would have moved over here.
No problem.
But then that bush would be in the way, I suppose.
No, the bush wouldn't be in the way. The well would be in the way. I mean, it's tall, remember, so you can see it. It's just obscuring part of its body because of the angles.
I'll move behind this bush here. Oh God, I missed that thing that let you see what you can move to.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
25.
didn't. They hadn't updated it for this version of Foundry and wasn't working. I'll have a look, see if there's another one. Okay, your
Nice.
arrow thuds into the Fomorian's chest. It kind of looks down, somewhat irritated. Sneak attack damage. Nice damage. It drops the cow with a sickening thud to the ground.
Okay. I'm glad the cow's not giving it cover.
Rage, you're up.
Okay.
I would like to be Rage.
It's 20. It's 30. It's 40. Oh, that's a shame. Just let me check. Okay, so just reading that right, that it's the Javelin of Lightning's got a range of 120 feet on it.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right. So I will throw the Javelin of Lightning at
Okay.
it.
Excuse me.
Oh,
All
sorry.
right.
Take one d4 off. Sorry.
Oh, did
So
you add an extra
I
d4?
had yeah, because
Yeah.
I was used to it not working.
Yeah, no
So
worries.
call it 19.
Take the 3 off, call it,
Yeah.
because that was the first. Sorry, take the 4 off because the first one you rolled was
Yeah.
3. So 10,
19.
19. 19 will hit.
Okay. And the damage is it's targeted, but it didn't actually. Okay, let's roll the damage.
So it's 22 points of damage. Right.
Yeah.
Then it would create a lightning. Does it create a lightning discharge from there or from you?
From me to it, everything in between. So
you have to hit him, and then everything in between would effectively make dex saving throws as if it was a normal lightning bolt. Is that how it works?
Yeah, anything in between. I
Okay,
think.
so there's nothing in
No,
between.
there's nothing in between, so it don't matter.
So it's going to take 22 points of damage.
Yeah, and then I rage.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Uh-oh.
It lumbers to here.
And then fucks me up.
Okay. I would like... Yeah, so basically it looks at you and curses you with the evil eye. This one big eye kind of focuses down on you, and you can't help but kind of catch it. Could you give me a... so I'm just going to target you. Incoming.
Did you say that you basically just been given the stink eye?
He has just been given the stink eye, yeah. Did that ask for a charisma saving throw?
It's a saving throw, but
Yeah.
sorry, Charisma. Yeah, there we go. This will be funny. Lol.
Lol. Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
Okie doke. All right, let me undo that then. Reroll.
Straight out the gate, inspiration.
Absolutely. I don't
That
want
happened
any,
last week, though, and it worked.
Yeah, I don't want this effect on me. I really don't. I don't want any effects on me until I start fucking getting there. Right, so that's what was it? D20. It was a thing plus a
D20. So just do a charisma saving throw as normal.
okay,
So bless will kick in. So
That's better.
okay.
there you go.
All right. You close your eyes all of a sudden, kind of thinking that this thing staring at you might not be a good thing after all. As you feel this stab of pain inside your eyelids and then into your brain, you will take, and you'll have to do this manually, you're raging, aren't you? But
Yes.
psychic damage is not affected by rage, is it?
No.
The one thing that isn't. So you're going to take you're going to take 10 points of psychic damage, please.
I think rage just does physical damage, doesn't it? Unless you've got that bear thing.
Yeah, rage is just physical.
Physical, okay. But you managed to avoid the curse of the evil eye.
Woo.
What does that do?
I'm not telling you.
That's for us to find out, I suspect.
but it's not good. Okay, that is the Fomorian's turn. Kelgar.
I think he's just putting Ruben to bed. So
He's not going to go. He's not that stupid, is he? He does sometimes go into melee, doesn't he? So 5,
Occasionally.
10, 15, 20, 25. So he's going to move to here, I think. I'm just going to do it really simple. I'm going to target him, and I'm just going to use
Mocking thingy.
Bigby's hand.
What?
Vicious
He's gonna-
mockery.
Pull his trousers down. Oh.
No, Kogan can do that with his magic hand.
I can do a lot with his magic hand.
Okay, the Fomorian unfortunately makes his saving throw despite being taunted by Kelgar, who yells, "I'd draw my rapier, but I wouldn't want to make you jealous." Or even, "I'd draw Dart's rapier, but I wouldn't want to make you jealous." Okay, that's Kelgar done. We go to Mr. Jet.
Okay. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'll just go as far as there, I think.
Okay.
Select the giant. And then I shall fire an arrow. So add in the bless, 1d4. Okay. First. Oh, that's not
Ooh.
right.
What the?
hell?
What the fudge?
V8.
21d4
What?
plus 1d4.
Can I try that again?
So where have you been hiding this super bow of yours?
You don't need to add D4, it does it automatically.
Yeah.
That's
It does,
amazing.
The
right? Can
bless
I,
is
can
yeah,
I-
re-attack, yeah.
Let me re-roll that because that was
Yeah.
that was funny. Right.
Oh,
Oh, come on! What are you doing?
Just
You
keep,
know the
keep that
critical,
roll.
though.
Keep that roll.
Have you
Keep
got
the
something
critical
wrong
at
with your
least.
character sheet? Hold on.
Hang on, let's just keep the critical on that.
Was that +4, +3,
What's going on?
21?
I've got plus 21d4. Why have we got 21d4 plus 7?
Because you're a really good archer.
That can't be
Because of
right.
the bless.
My blessers are just that amazing.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking. What are you doing? Shooting him with Wind Fury, yeah?
Longbow.
Normal longbow or yeah, that one.
Trying to shoot with a longbow, and it's got plus 21d4 plus 7 to hit.
Right,
and
well
I-
you've just run out of arrows, by the way.
Oh right, okay.
Well,
That changes things.
hold on. You probably haven't, so I'm going to give you 12 arrows. Well, 11 arrows now, so let's have a look.
Is that the reason?
Yeah, you're rolling. Right, now let's just take Bless off.
Okay.
Let's
I
try
did just see an arrow shoot out a jet and hit him.
Yeah.
Because I did have 2 quivers full of arrows, and so I've just used them all up.
Well, that's fine, isn't it? So why is Bless? But it's not doing it for anybody else. That's the bit I don't understand.
He's not blessed. Oh, he is. He is now.
It's still saying plus 21d4 though. That's strange.
Just put us a modifier in the top minus 21d4 and it'll just cancel it out. Can you put a minus in?
Yeah.
Minus 20 d4 because he gets 1 d4 for his blast, doesn't he?
Okay, but it's still rolling. That's the problem.
-1. So, hang on. How am I going to do this?
You could just hit a d20 plus 7 plus 1d4.
Right, let me take Bless off for you. You'll just have to remember that you've got Bless running.
And add 1d4 in.
And just add 1d4 jet.
Just add 1d4. Right.
Yeah.
Just hold on. 1d4.
And then add 3 more. I'll do it. I'll up your arrows.
Right.
Yeah, you did. You had a second quiver, didn't you?
You have 2 quivers, yeah.
Right, so I'll give you 20 arrows then. That's your second quiver that you're into now.
Right. It's still saying plus 21d4. This is. I don't understand what's going on here.
Right, hold on. We need to figure this out, don't we?
Is it on the weapon?
No. Ranged weapon attack. Dexterity. Attack roll bonus is 0. Critical hit throw is 20. Damage is 1d8. There's no on anything for the weapon. There's nothing on him. Effects. Bonus.
Effects. Jet's special bonus.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do this. Let's unequip that one. You've got a second longbow up here. Let's equip this one.
Right. Okay.
And attack with that one and see if it does the same. And I just need to step away for 2 minutes.
Okay, that looks okay. So we'll
All
just do. Do you want me to add in the 1d4?
Yeah, add in the 1d4.
Yeah, okay. 1d4 there. Let's try that one. That's better.
And that will hit. Right, give me 2 minutes. Roll your damage, and then I'll come back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
What damage the thing had taken? It's not even bloodied.
It's a rather large beastie.
Yep.
Mm.
It's a big old damage sponge.
I'm a big fan of Bless. I do like that spell.
It's awesome. Yeah. It is awesome.
Be even better if it did 21d4 extra.
There, if it was on me.
Well, I would dart, but I get to double dip on a lot of these guys. So
Double dip.
got 2 attacks around most of them.
God, war is going on in this house.
My cleric's got 2 attacks.
Okay, Jet, you've done your damage. You've hit. So anything else, Jet? If not,
I've got my second attack.
Oh, second attack. Yeah, use your second attack.
Yeah. Okay, so do second attack. I forgot the d4. Apologies.
That still hits. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'm going to re-roll that with my piercing feat. So I'll just do 1d8. Okay. Gosh. D8.
Do it that way if you want.
So that's changed to a 5.
So it's 9 damage.
Yeah, an extra 3, yeah.
Then I'm going to use my action surge. Hang on, let's move that across there so I can use it. So there we go. So longbow again. I've done it again without the D. Let me just roll D4.
That hits. Don't worry about it. That hits.
Okay.
Oh my word.
I'll take that one. And then my second attack. Let's pop in the 1d4. Do a normal attack. Okay. And then I will end my turn. Where are we now? End turn. There we go.
Wow. Damn thing is blooded as arrows just kind of protruding out of it. And it's kind of just looking really, really hacked off. L'Oreala.
Not smirking now, are you, dickhead?
Dashing along the boat and jumping onto the solid terrain. I will hefting my shield as I do so, because I need to have that equipped. I will extend my hand and invoke a few divine words and shoot a guiding bolt.
Motherfucker, die!
Absolutely.
He said those are the divine words that you're uttering, are they? Well, that will hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, poor.
Oh,
Not
Ones,
great.
ones.
Points of damage. The next attack roll against it has advantage.
Yeah, ending my turn.
Magistra.
Oh, Magistra, seeing this huge thing stomping across, will dash. Well, not dash, he'll move over to this clump of foliage here. And again, he'll point, well, not again, first time really. He'll a little bit of sweat on his forehead as he wants to reach up to the sky and say, Mistress, Celesti in Spiritu. And I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast with a panic.
Okay. Not Arms of Hadar.
No.
You have advantage on your first attack.
I want to run over here. And no.
Yeah, that's where you do it.
No.
Yes. So I have advantage, do I? Sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
19. Nice. Roll your damage. 9 points of damage.
I love that effect.
Second blast.
Second blast. Oh. No.
Second one goes wide.
So with that, seeing the first blast hit, that little bit of a glee in my face, and then my hand moves to one side, and it shoots past it. And with that, I shall end my turn.
Okay, you're up.
I'm going to move up next to Jet. My eyes will glow purple, and as I extend my finger, I am going to cast a Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
Oh.
Wild surge, wild surge, wild surge.
This rock's definitely between me and Kurgan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, he's doing it as well. Wow.
Sorry, I think the bless that I've projected has totally balked everybody's rolls.
D4's in the house.
What
Can we
the
keep
heck is going on? Right, 6. Right, so you did hit, so that's
Yeah.
fine, but your damage is a bit low, right?
I've got no idea.
Yeah, 1d8, 1d8, 1d6. Yeah, lightning damage. Yeah, okay. So your cast bolt hits him. The creature staggers backwards under the rain of blows from the party. I'm going to turn that bless off because I have no idea what the freaking heck is happening with this bless.
Didn't do anything for me, did it?
No.
I wonder if it's just range then.
That
Maybe
wasn't a
it's me.
problem.
Oh,
Wasn't
mine
a
was-
problem
mine was
for
right.
mine.
Oh, right.
Ranged?
Yeah. Range.
Mine was ranged as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah, but yours was an item. There's magic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, mine was an actual item, wasn't it?
I cast Guardian Bolt with it. It worked fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm going to move behind Rage between it and the monster and stealth.
Okay.
And then I will shoot it.
Okay. Your hit, roll your damage.
I'll do.
Nice.
Did I get the sneak attack or not?
Yeah. It's not aware of you. Okay. Anything else, Ember?
Yeah, I'm going to back up.
Okay. You're going to pack up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, I'm going to go stand by Jet.
End turn.
Yep.
Rage.
Move to there.
You took damage last turn, didn't you? So your rage is still active.
I did, yes. I attacked him last turn as well. Well, it was after the rage, wasn't it? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna try and fuck him up. Actually, I'm in his space there. Let me move
You're
back
in
one.
your space there. Yeah, move back one.
There you go. Actually, can I get to? That's dry land, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Dryland. Yeah.
I'll get to there.
Standing in the bulrushes.
To there. Right, here we go. So we are Where's it gone?
The nature of the beast.
No, where's it gone? It's not that.
It's your passive ability, isn't it?
I thought it was. I thought it was under. I thought it was under features.
Just gonna go toilet quick.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for the info. Don't forget to turn your mic off if you're keeping your headset on.
I'm taking my headset off.
I've done that before.
We know.
Never have a cordless mic and go to the loo.
Looks like it's disappeared.
Hold on, let's have a look.
I'm sure it was on features. Might be under. Hang on. No, found it. No, still not. That's under.
Oh, there we go.
The passive ability.
I've got it. Right, got it. So swinging harder and
Twonk it.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I was tempted to go reckless, but it'll absolutely smear me. No uncertain terms, it will. Right. Hang on. What the hell's that?
I mean, it's only a huge creature with a giant tree for a club. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Does that say minus 51d4?
What? Where?
What is going on?
On the formula for my attack?
Can't see it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wow.
Cancel that. Let's.
Strip this blast.
So-
It looks like d20 plus 0 plus 3 plus 3 plus minus 51d4 plus bonus.
Right. So I updated to the very latest version of Foundry this morning, and I bet it's broken formulas.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So just
going to delete that blast then.
What version of Foundry is
chop
it?
it off for now. It's fine.
Is it
Right.
is it D4?
I'm just going to add a d4 onto it, yeah.
Yeah, just add a default to it. I did just sniff my book for anybody that looking on the stream.
I'm sorry, you sniffed your butt.
Book.
A book.
I don't have a sense of smell, so I don't know quite why I did that. 18 will hit. 22 will definitely hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, a lot of ones tonight.
Oh,
No problem when you're adding all that.
Hey.
how do you want to do this?
Wow.
What was that it? I wanted to hit it again, to be honest with you. Okay, if we're gonna be like this, Rage is gonna run up at. He just killed me. I just killed myself. Rage is gonna run up, off to one side, still keeping speed up, but then slide between its legs and crack it in its nads,
Okay.
and end up behind it, and just sort of like watch it fall forwards.
Yeah, no problem. You do that.
Could we have some sort of description of the height difference between Rage and the Fomorian? Because I mean, how tall is the Fomorian?
Well, whatever.
Fomorian's
Rage at about head height. So.
It's about 12. I think we checked this last time. It's about 12 foot high. Right. Can Ember, Rage, Kelgan, Medistra remove 975 XP from your characters, please? Because here's another formula that's not working.
Ember's not here at the moment.
All right. So let me just take it off our character sheet. So what is Laurie?
So what's everybody
L'Oreal,
else? What's everybody else's XP? at the
L'Oreal,
moment?
what's your XP at the moment?
9899 for me.
No.
Yeah, 9899. 9898 actually minus. but-
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
3900.
going to keep my one extra.
Mine's a lot higher than that. Mine's 10,873.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because it's just added
Oh, yeah.
975.
That's fine.
So it's only added to the people that have attacked it.
Yeah.
I attacked it. I missed it.
Oh,
Hit it.
So
Yeah, so
what should it be? Sorry.
9898.
So everybody should be on 10, 4, 5, 6.
10 4.
4, 5, 6.
And the funny thing is, when I when I clicked the enter and it asked me who to award XP to, it had awarded it to all of you and calculated it correctly.
Sorry, 10, 4, 5, 6?
10,
Yes.
4, 5, 6.
Okay, all right.
Evening, gentlemen.
Look at that, you're almost level 6.
Well, hello,
level
sir.
6.
Yeah,
Can
we're
I
not that
try?
far.
Can I try and reclaim some of these arrows from the body of this
How
Fomorian?
many did you shoot?
It was, I think, I hit it 4 times.
You hit it 21 times, according to me. Yep, you can get two. You can get 2 back.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very
Right.
kind.
Just
Can I
half the number you
work
get.
it
Kel,
out?
just to bring you up to speed, the whole thing's fucked.
I take it went well.
You know, it's going well, but all the formulas are buggered and Foundry's bollocksed, and
Oh dear.
Is
Well,
that
yeah.
why-
So those of you, those are the people who had bless on them were rolling 21d4.
Is that why I lost all the arrows?
My bless is just amazing. What can I say?
No, that's not why you ran out of arrows. I think you generally ran out of arrows.
Oh, right. Okay. That's fair enough then.
You'd not been replenishing after you.
Yeah, you've not been replenishing for a while. You've not.
I do
said
feel
about
a lot as well, Jet. So
So
Okay.
I'm going to start fighting with the short sword.
No, you've got. I gave you 20, so it's fine. The Fomorian lies dead at Rage's feet, a pained look on its face.
There we go.
See, that lasted a round and a half.
Wow.
That's our rage.
That's what fifth level does to you.
I'm back. Ooh.
Back.
We did.
I'm gonna-
Oh,
can I inspect the creature?
You can inspect it, absolutely.
I'm going to have a look down the well, see if I can see anything.
oh, do we kill it?
Mm-hmm.
You killed it, Dart. Don't sound so surprised.
I'm going to move it to rage, and I'm going to cast a couple of heals on him, if that's okay.
Check the formula.
I wasn't aware he was injured.
I'm going to lay on hands. I'm going to do healing light, and I'm going to add 762 d6.
Can I see anything down the well?
No, the well is quite brackish. There's nothing down there that you can see. The water's a little bit below the swamp's water level, but it doesn't smell like it's in a good state.
Mm-hmm.
Did that add 15 to you?
It added
Right.
10 because that's all he'd
10,
lost.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Anything to see that's remarkable around the house? Can I look in through any windows or through the door, or without
You can
opening?
look in through the windows if you want.
Yeah,
There is a big hole in the roof, and there is a squashed person.
Okay, can I go and take a look at the person, see if I can find anything that would identify them?
Sure. There is a. It appears to be a male. Clothing suggests it's a farmer. There is a bracelet with like a carved stone attached to the bracelet that might be a family crest or family symbol.
All right, well, I'll take that. What does the symbol look like? Oh, it's a carved rune. I'm sorry, did you say?
Yeah, it's just it's just a carved rune.
Anything else in the house?
No.
Any money up the chimney?
Give me a perception check.
Can do that. Perception. $17.
You do, so you'll find sort of hidden behind the stove, there is a small bag with, let's have a look. There is a small bag with 3 gold, 10 silver, and 9 copper in it.
Okay, I'll put that in the party loot.
Okay.
Right, should we get back in the boat and head on then?
I do think that sounds like the plan we had, yes.
Indeed, L'Oreal, the creature is very malformed, hunchback, single eye, much bigger than the other, also very red, that eye. Sort of purplish coloured skin. It looks like a giant, obviously. And I mean, you've identified this as a Fomorian, more of a fey creature than a traditional giant. As far as you can recall, this creature would normally inhabit the Underdark, and there's there's nothing on it to suggest why it's not in the Underdark.
What the bloody hell's it doing here then? I come up and poke it with my toe.
Yeah, you guys remember that back in one of the villages or towns we were in, someone was talking about people were seeing those
Sorry, Dad.
drow people, the blue-skinned elves.
At the inn.
Yeah.
And weren't we worried about the mines?
Yeah, we were supposed to investigate the mines or something, weren't we?
You have to go up to the mines to escort a copper shipment down river.
Oh yeah, that's it.
It's deformed look. Now it's kind of dead, bleeding all over the place. Its deformed look does have that kind of sense of a bit of pity, a bit of sympathy. But even so, it's clearly been feeding off people.
How can you be sympathetic to bits? Did you see all these deformed bodies on the river on the way we came in?
But do not cows eat grass? Because they eat grass, do you feel sympathy for the grass?
Grass don't have feelings.
Well, how about the lion or the hawk?
But that's just nature.
This is nature.
No, this thing was.
It's all about
magically changed or something.
No, it's about the food, the chain of food, or the food chain where you eat things. There's a line of we eat things that are weaker than us.
Yeah,
and
but
so on.
Normally this kind of creature hang around the swamps.
No, from what I've been told by those who know.
Something must have brought it here. Or forced it out from whatever dark tunnels it may have lived before.
I agree with L'Oreal.
But it's literally just going for a food source. It's eating. It's quite glutton, though, by the looks of it. It's just grabbed everything it could eat. But yes, admittedly, it's eating humans, which is bad for us. But it's what it does.
I suppose it won't trouble anyone anymore.
Not anymore, no.
Are we just on the outskirts of the swamp?
You are just on the outskirts of the swamp, yeah.
So do we
Northwest
use the boat
end, I think.
still? Wait, wasn't the boat rented though?
Well,
No,
it's from an old lady from Ryfield, but
Yes,
we
we
did
have to
pay
take
her
it
a little
back.
extra money.
It was indeed rented from the old lady in Ryfield. However, at this point, where you are now, if you look beyond the farmhouse, you can see dry land. Maybe, you're wading through swamp for maybe 400 or 500 yards, but it's clearly this was right on the edge of the growing swamp.
So where was it we were heading again? Was it 3817 or 3917?
Huh?
North of where we are now, 3917, yes.
Oh, right, okay.
There's about there that actually we're near the farms around here. It's supposed to be right there, isn't it?
You think so? You don't have an exact location.
Well,
you know it's in this area.
It was cave, wasn't it? We're looking for.
Yeah.
I suppose we can just head off. We're gonna be
Try and
heading.
retrace our steps to the farmstead and see if we can find any evidence around the area to the north.
Okay, let's go to the farmstead where we told those people to pack up and leave.
Okay.
If we leave the raft, I want to secure it so we can come back and move it, so we can take it back to the old lady.
Yeah, tie up to that bridge.
Can everybody give me a straight up intelligence check, please?
Hang on a minute, I just thought of something.
Go
on. Because of the. Oh no, sorry, the wrong timeline.
That is the wrong thing. But either way, it's a bad roll.
Wait, we're going to do what? Intelligence check.
Straight up intelligence check.
I do want to point out that part of what Kurgan was talking about happens down towards Wormingford in the south, and I know we've got a whole bunch of stuff that's up to the north of us, but if we get a chance to go down south at some point.
Yeah, when we get some, I don't know, some horses, I suppose.
L'Oreal.
Yes.
One of the things that you had heard mentioned back in Noltec was the missing fisherman.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I said that last.
It's one of the original things we were going to come down here for.
Correct. Yeah. Isn't that the? Yeah. So the missing fisherman. I can't. I don't know if there was a particular reward for it, but
I think it was the constable, wasn't it, that asked us to look into it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was indeed.
So much.
You kind of, as gruesome as it is, you wonder if taking some kind of souvenir from this beast would be enough to assuage the constable that the problem has been dealt with.
To be honest with you, quick question: do any of you guys know whether any of this strange beast's form are worth anything to mages? Is that its deformed eye, maybe?
I was about to say, just take his eye.
That's a very good thought.
I was going to say, take out the eye's proof.
Is it worth doing an Arcana check on it or something?
Grimaces, but how big is this thing's head?
It's a 12-foot tall creature. So its head's going to be, what, twice the size of a human's head, probably? If not a bit bigger?
It's twisted and malformed,
so
right?
So the eye will be about the size of a tennis ball.
You're thinking of those like Borderlands giant things with the tiny, tiny heads.
Basketball, right?
More like a saucer.
Yeah.
I'd like to do an Arcana check on it, see if I can.
Same.
If we're going to take the eye, it's probably as easy to take the head as well and keep the eye intact. So I'll take my greatsword out and hack it through the neck.
Well, I need a survival check, please. Make sure you hack it through the neck in a way that it's clean enough to continue with.
Can I assist?
Do you want to assist me on this, Rage?
Yeah, I can. With advantage then.
And with a 3 bonus from guidance. Oh, nice. 29. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you can very
easily. The three's in there.
You can very easily
okay.
take the head off. You spend a little bit of time draining it as best as you can from blood, so it doesn't go all over the place when you kind of stick it in a pack.
Put it in
but that is the problem.
Put it in a pan of rice or something.
You are going to, you are going to have to try and figure out how to transfer it though.
Sack.
Okay. Yeah, you can
put
find
it in a sack.
You've got a sack. That's not a problem.
While it slowly rots.
It's fine.
Just make sure there's no scorpions come out of this blood hitting the floor.
For Morin's head, from an arcana perspective, it does have some properties that can be used. It is going to be a pretty rare item. You may not get anything like the value that you think it would be worth in Noltec. You'd be better going to a city to really get the proper value. But you can still try and sell it in Noltec if you wished.
Yeah, I thought the mage might.
Yeah.
It'll go as proof, but then we'll
Telstar.
claim it
Telstar
to see,
might.
to see whether Telstar knows where best to go or whether he'd take it to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Think I remember seeing some bits in jars in his place. Bit like those.
Yeah.
Smaller though.
Yeah.
Pickled egg.
Much of his house was magical in nature. I seem to remember. Yes, he got a little bit annoyed as I was inspecting it.
Correct. Yeah. Having a look.
If he doesn't have any money, perhaps he might exchange some goods.
And of course, if you're doing the whole Valheim thing, you just stick it on the front of your house.
Do you think we could find that farmhouse we visited a few days ago?
Survival check.
I will aid Jet.
Yeah, let me just click on there.
Where did I get -2 on my arcana check?
So was that survival? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Advantage.
Yeah.
Survival. Thank you for that.
-1.
Okay.
What's your bonus for survival, Jet?
+5.
Okay.
You can, as far as you can remember. Well, not even as far as you can remember. It is going to be to the northeast of where you are. So somewhere about here is the farm that you're looking for.
Shall we travel?
Yep.
Is that the actual time? Is it 4:30 in the evening?
It is 4:30 in the evening.
Perhaps we
Will we
can.
make it before the sun goes down?
It is ticking over nicely.
You know, in your attributes,
Or do we settle here? We've got a farm here. We could make camp. There's some food over there, some turnips and stuff, and some cabbages. Make some food. Get an early night, and then set off first thing in the morning.
That seems more like a sensible plan.
You know,
Jess?
we're on a time frame though.
What time's sundown at the moment? It's only 4:30 in the afternoon at the moment.
4:30 in the afternoon. Sundown, sweet rain is probably 7 o'clock at night.
I think we can probably travel.
Yeah, if it's that amount of time, it's fine.
Okay. All right. So you're going to try and find the farmstead that you sent the folk away from, right?
Yeah.
All right. Again, Jet, Rage, I need a survival check with advantage from one of you, please.
So that was the where was it gone? 22 in total, wasn't it? It was the 21-year-old. Was it, Jet? That's what that was for. Finding the.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, you can remember where it is.
Ah, right. Okay. I thought
This
it
is
was
now
like. I thought that was
treading.
all part of
This
it.
is taking a safe route through the swamp to get there. 15 is good enough. I mean, it's going to take you a little bit longer. There's a couple of instances where you have to backtrack. You kind of think that some of the swamp water that you're crossing looks quite shallow, but as you get out there and you're kind of poking it with some branches that you found, a couple of instances, the branches seem to disappear down into water without finding any purchase from the floor below. So it takes you 2 hours. It's starting. The sun is starting to dip below the hills and the horizon. Eventually, you do find the farm that you spoke to the children at.
I got a quick question.
To about there. Yeah.
Do you know on your attributes the grayed out number to the right? That's your passive, right?
Yeah.
It says I got a passive stealth of 20.
Probably.
Yeah, if your bonus is +10.
Oh, okay.
It's whatever you'd get if you rolled a 10, basically. Taking 10, it used to be.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, that makes sense because oh, right, yeah, okay. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. So you've a couple of hours later, you've arrived at the farm.
Ministra will move forward a little bit quicker, looking for the children.
Well, they won't be here. We told them to head off back to Noltec.
Well,
You did.
hopefully they took the advice.
Exactly.
And the farm is quiet and cold.
Oh,
And
we've got somewhere to camp now then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seeing nobody around, again, I'll have a relieved smile on my face, knowing that they're hopefully safe and they've left this place.
Has the swamp invaded the place, or did the swamp stop growing? Because it was, I think, if I remember rightly, they were putting sandbags down to stop it coming into the farm.
Yeah, the sandbags are wet. In a couple of places, they have leaked. Not too far away from here as well, I believe you built like a pillar of stones. Those are now a couple of feet away from the
Into the swamp.
The swamp
right,
is
yes,
like a couple of feet beyond them. Yes.
Why did we build a pillar of
To
stone?
see how
See.
fast it was moving.
See how fast it was moving.
Oh,
So yeah, the farm is quiet.
I'm glad we spent some time to persuade them.
okay. I'll go inside the building.
I'm
Big
going to
question
go
is,
find some wood.
Are there any Fomorian tracks here?
Perception check, survival check. Sorry, if you're looking for tracks, if you're just generally perceiving around, give me a perception check.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
That was specifically looking for big daft footprint.
Big daft footprint
was that-
with
was that-
advantage.
With advantage, I'll roll it
With
again.
advantage, because Jet and you are kind of casting about and looking together.
There you
With
go,
advantage.
15.
No,
Hang on.
but there
Shouldn't
are
Jet be rolling? 'Cause she's the one
clawed
No,
feet,
but I was
small clawed feet. And who was it that went into the farm?
me.
It has been completely ransacked and it stinks.
Oh. Well, stealth
Clawed feet.
immediately.
By clawed feet, do they look
Rude.
like goblin prints or
They look
something
like
else?
Goblin prints, indeed.
In a way, that's good news. It
Oh,
suggests
no.
that they're still in the area.
Yeah,
Dark
I was going
got
to say we're
disadvantage.
after some goblins, right?
Yeah, we've got
I got what?
fresh
Disadvantage.
tracks.
Hang on. What? Sorry, what?
You disappear.
Oh,
The party lose sight of you.
I'm inside the building anyway. They can't see me.
I know, but even if they could see you, they couldn't see you.
Okay. So it's
Unless you were stood in front of me, in which case I'd say, what are you trying to hide for?
Yeah.
because there's a because I've been into the building and it stinks of goblins.
Well, the dirty, defecating little bastards, aren't they?
They are
So,
dirty,
okay.
defecating little bastards.
More importantly, there's no bodies of the children in the building, is there? It's just
No.
that's okay.
Well,
Is
they
there a
could've-
sign of a struggle, though?
Yeah.
But the thing about goblins is they do like to eat people.
Yeah, and that's it. They've either left for Nolta or they stayed there, and they've now all been taken off to the cavern.
I
But
wanna
we do
look
have
around.
fresh goblin prints tracks somewhere.
Yeah, I mean the place is being turned over, but does it look like anyone fought there, like they were trying to defend themselves, or?
Give me a perception check, Kilgar.
I was about to ask that.
No, looks fine.
Far as you can tell, there is no sign of a struggle. Absolutely.
What goblins? What are you talking about?
Oh, well, no, you can see the goblin tracks, but you can't see any sign of a struggle.
Okay.
Inside the farmhouse, as the rest of the group have just said, There is one part of the farmhouse that absolutely reeks, and it's definitely where the goblins have decided to use it as a latrine.
I think I'd rather camp outside tonight.
Okay, I'm going to take off my cloak and my armor.
Okay.
Get down to my skivvies
Okay.
and search through this muck.
Oh, God.
Oh
You're
no!
doing a jet,
Why?
aren't you? You're doing a jet. Don't do a jet.
All right, Dart.
This is
I
not for
would
a game.
like
This is just a fetish.
a perception check first.
Fetish.
Really? Or a that'll be an investigation check.
I hope nobody has
give me investigation.
prestidigitation.
Oh,
I was waiting for that one. Let him get full of it and then say, "Oh, I'll just clean the place up."
Okay, and then I would like a.
I'm not getting into it. I'm just putting my hands in it, all right?
I would like a Constitution saving throw, please.
You are naked digging through shit at the moment.
yeah.
I'm not naked.
Do you
You
find
clearly are. Okay, you've
No,
got
I'm
your
not.
pants on.
I've got my pants and my shirt on.
Rubbing
down
your
to
eyes
her
and all
small.
sorts. Got pink eye.
Would you like me to clean it?
What was
No.
the roll of
Constitution
Constitution saving
saving
throw?
throw, please. Okay, I mean, this is disgusting, but you do manage to keep your stomach contents inside your stomach.
Oh, is it if I was going to throw up or not? Okay.
Can I cast Mage Hand and just flick a little bit? Can I see him or not?
If he does that, I'll poke him with my dagger.
You can't see anything. You don't know I've got it. You don't know it's me.
You don't even know what I'm doing in there, so
You
that's
would have to be
no one's in there.
inside the building to do it.
Okay. Yeah, so I should be in a different room because no one else knows what I'm doing in there.
Can I use Mage Hand to push his head down into it?
Do I find any kind of human remains?
No human remains, no.
Okay. They didn't have to swallow some kind of ring or something, magical ring or something, and they
No.
accidentally pooped out.
No.
Okay.
Do you find any
Right.
corn?
Several pieces of corn, yeah.
All right, I'll give up this investigation then.
The question is,
The
does
things
Ember
I
now
do
have...
for this party to look for stuff.
I'm pretty sure our magical contingent could use prestidigitation and Mage Hand to do.
I don't think we asked you to do it.
No.
At this point, Dart, you kind of walk out with like arms up to your elbows, just brown and sludgy.
Ember, what the?
Excuse me, out of the way. I'll unless I want to flick something at Kurgan. I don't know.
Yeah, you flick your hands in Kurgan's direction.
Loyara is a minute.
I'm just gonna go and wash this in the swamp.
Okay, you go off and wash it in the swamp. No problem.
What the hell was she doing?
It's
Does she have festering knob rot now?
No, she made a saving throw, sadly. And she's a female, so festering knob rot would be quite difficult.
but
It's
not
probably a
possible.
bundle
It's
version.
not impossible in these days of equal rights.
This is true.
I'd like to walk into the house and see the stench and horrible mess on
And
the floor.
there are some drips now going to the door.
No, not you
Going
two.
through. I would like to try to clean up the mess because I'd like to stay inside tonight. And I will
There's
use...
too
I
much
wouldn't
for
do that.
prestidigitation to clean up. You're going to physically have to clean it up.
Oh,
That's not happening.
no.
And it
I'm
does
down.
smell in here.
I'm camping out.
Yeah.
Is there 2 stories to this building? Or is it 1 story?
One story.
All right.
Fucking pigsty would smell better than this place.
Is there a pigsty?
By the way, the kids haven't been eaten by goblins. By the way, everyone, just let you know.
That's
Ember,
Yes, there
how
is a
do you know?
pigsty. There is a small covered area full of straw. There is a butchered pig in there.
Butchered professionally or...
Is
No,
it hanging up?
Yeah,
Made into sausages.
that's right.
Do you know in
Butchered
medieval times they
goblin
used to bring
style.
the pigs into the houses to keep them warm in the winter?
They did, yeah. Pigs butchered goblin style.
Because pigs aren't really that stinky or smelly or dirty.
Pigs are quite clean,
Just when they're
Yeah.
rolling in shit.
but not
Well,
on
Yeah,
the
but
no,
they
inside.
don't like rolling shit though.
You do.
No, I don't.
So there is an area that you could definitely camp in undercover. There is a slightly decomposing pig in the next stall over, though. So again, it's smelly, but it's not as bad as the
Let's
smell coming from the
just
farm.
fucking bed down outside for the night.
Yeah, but I'd like to drag this pig out, if possible, and towards the house,
Okay.
and maybe put it inside the house, and then we can stay out here.
Set fire to it.
Yes, if I burn the whole thing down. Bacon's back on the menu.
Okay. All right. Well, look, you spend an hour between you all doing various jobs to try and clean the place as best as you can. By the time you've finished, the sun has set. Here and there, you can hear the odd owl hooting. But it's getting dark. Very dark.
Set fire.
Okay. You set a
And
fire.
What, to the house?
Well, do you want it camouflaged, the fire?
Well, we'll dig a pit for it to go in, and put
Yeah.
put some sides on it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
By the smoke though.
Give me a survival check with advantage, jet / rage as you do that.
Do you
I'll assist you.
Okay, let me just
Fine.
do that. Okay.
Gathering rocks and stuff like that for the walls.
Yeah, you make a very, very well camouflaged fire and get to the point as well that you can funnel the smoke into the top of the pigsty and let it filter out through the kind of the thatched roof
Okay.
in a more dispersed pattern.
Okay, I'd like to spend the evening trying to figure out what this wand is that I found.
I'm going to do the same with my identified item. The braces.
Okay, are the items on characters or on
The wand that I have is on my character sheet, yes.
on
Yeah,
your
mine's
character?
on mine as well.
Yeah, I passed them around at the end of last session.
Yes, I have one as well.
Okay, all right. Well, I think I discovered this on Monday. I have to do it slightly not the way you would expect to do it.
Huh? What did this do?
I wonder if we've got anything else in the party that needs identifying at the moment. Have a look.
There is a Warhammer. Okay.
Is there? Where?
There was a
it's
magical
the one with-
Warhammer, yeah.
It's the one with the black haft, isn't it, with spikes in it or something?
I don't see it.
Is that the one you gave me?
Could well be, yes.
Yeah, because it's not in party loot
Yeah,
anymore.
I just posted it into the chat.
Okay, so you've got it. Are you going to spend an hour of the evening focusing and concentrating on it?
I'm awake all night, so I will just sit there with this thing in my hands. Trying to find delve its secrets. or whatever
Ember, it's now identified on your character sheet. L'Oreala, the wand is identified on your character
I've just
sheet.
told everybody in the group what it is. It's a braces of defense, but it says does not account for other armor.
Yes.
While wearing these braces, you gain +2 defense. AC. If you are wearing no armor and using no shield. So
There you
that
Well,
go.
hang on. Can I wear them?
So
Yes,
that
you
means
can.
it's for a mage type class.
It's a mage. It's a monk as well. So a monk could benefit. Actually, a barbarian can benefit from it as
Yes.
well.
Lots.
But technically, does your consumed armor count as armor? It does, doesn't it?
It does, but I'd take that off. Wear no armor, and my armor class would be better than wearing armor.
Yeah.
Because of the no armor feat thing. That
Oh, then you
Rage-
take it, Rage. Absolutely.
Huh?
Well, I mean, if Ember doesn't, well, I assume you're not going to strip your armor off Ember to wear him.
No.
Give him to Rage then.
But don't you have you've integrated plate into your armor, haven't you?
But he'll take the plate out. He'll basically pull the plate out and then revert back to being an unarmored barbarian and wear the braces.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Which I think he's saying would give him a better armor class.
I think it would. Just
How's
let me
that?
check.
Check. The wand, L'Oreal, is a wand of paralysis.
Otherwise, I'd give them to Kurgan.
It has
Yeah, Rage
7
gets-
charges. Usual kind of thing. If you use the last charge on a 1 on a D20, it turns into dust. But it can cast. It will cause paralysis.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
It's very powerful.
Very nice.
The Warhammer is an odd item. Basically,
Can you link up the other one that you just said?
Wand.
Wand of paralysis.
Well, I'm wondering how to link it. Is there a way to link it to chat?
On the item in your
Right,
character
click it
sheet, there's a
go
little
to-
info button.
There you go. So the Warhammer basically can feed off your own life force to do more damage to another. So when you activate it as a bonus action, you can do an extra 1d6 necrotic damage, but you take 1d4 cold damage in the process. It's not it doesn't have any evil sentience. I mean, obviously it's an odd weapon that, feeds from you to do more damage, but it's not something you've come across before.
My armor class would be exactly the same. The only thing I'd gain back is I wouldn't have disadvantage to stealth. Yeah. So if somebody else wants it until my dex goes up at some point, then that's fine.
I mean, anything that would give me AC is good.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking, because you are.
It depends. I mean,
no, I'm fine. Tanking us just long as
you sure?
I won't be. I'll probably go that route eventually, but
okay. Let me know when you want. I'm fine giving it back. Just let me know whenever you want it.
Unless I can find some sort of like mithril full plate, mithril half plate or something like that.
Did you delete it off your character sheet, Ember?
No, I gave it to Kurgan.
Oh, you gave it to Kurgan. Okay, Kurgan, is it on your character sheet?
Although with Medistra's Death Wish, maybe Medistra should consider wearing them.
Don't you wear armor, Medistra?
No, I don't wear armor, so that's fine. You can keep them.
The other thing to bear in mind, same with the Medallion of Thoughts, you hadn't done. It does need a tuning too. So you are
Medallion of Thoughts was definitely attuned.
Yeah, no, for some reason it has come unattuned on your character sheet. Probably when we re-imported stuff. Okay, I've just set them as attuned and used. Your armor class is now 13.
Cool.
I was going to say that, Medistra, you've got your mage armor spell, haven't you?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, the reason it says doesn't account for their armor is it doesn't enforce the item can't enforce you wearing it alongside plate mail. It would just add +2 to your armor class. So that's there to remind you that you need to kind of.
Well, I ain't going to be wearing plate armor.
If I wore that, I couldn't cast mage armor.
Correct.
I got you.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
This wander's quite powerful. I don't know if anyone else would like to use it.
It feels like it's a backline. Sorry, out of character. It feels like it's a backline kind of wand, right? So it's like a medi or a you or a me, but I'm generally doing other stuff.
I definitely, L'Oreal would benefit from this.
Seems like a pretty good choice.
Not off the back line, though. That's the problem.
Well, no,
Jet?
the thing is,
Even
you
Jet?
could.
I don't think is well.
Notice
I
it
wouldn't-
requires
wouldn't-
attunement by
By a spellcaster.
so that
I
you
didn't
can
see that.
there's only half the party that can use it. So Medi, Kelgar, Kurgan, or L'Oreal are the only ones that can actually physically use the wand.
Yeah, well, I'm
Maybe.
busy
Maybe
generally
Kelgar.
Probably
deal
Kelgar.
damage.
Yeah,
Kelgar's a bad. Probably.
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Is he there?
Yeah,
Ah,
I
yes.
mean, if I could always hold back and avoid going into melee to whip out that.
Well, you could use it to kind of take a couple things out or put them to one side early, move in,
Exactly.
and do your shit, right?
I presume wand counts as a ranged attack, does it? Or
This
no
is
actual roll,
literally
is
causes a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. So I could still use it while in melee anyway if I was.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You basically
I could go for
point
that.
it at somebody within 60 feet and effectively cast a paralysis spell at them for free. L'Oreal, you've just sent Kelgar the pieces
Oh,
of the
that's-
magic
Yeah, I
wand.
was going to say, was that what you intended to send me?
That's not what I intended to send you. If anything, I might be embedding them in your face for breaking it.
What?
All right.
Um,
Well,
I-
as the
I-
night sets in,
So I cannot use this Warhammer. So if anybody would wish to use it, I can gladly give it over.
It's a bit risky to me.
Can you send those back, Calg?
Maybe we should.
Trying to find them.
Sell it if you want to.
I was going to say maybe we should put it back in the backpack and maybe see if there's a mage or a shop in the city we could sell it to.
Okay, so the Warhammer, I mean, it's not for me. It's just a normal weapon, but as a bonus action, you can do the necrotic damage in return for cold damage, right?
Yeah, what 1d6 extra for 1d4 to yourself.
Oh, so it's not even a +1.
Does it count as a magic weapon? I assume it does.
It does, yeah.
So
And-
it would overcome anything that needs a magic weapon as well.
It says physical and supernatural.
Yeah,
so maybe
yeah,
it only
exactly.
works as that when it's on the.
No,
it's a
if
magical
weapon is
weapon, it
magical, it counts as magic. Yeah.
yeah.
I would need to train to be able to use this.
And you can guarantee that every time you roll the d6 necrotic damage, you'd roll more on the cold damage. I don't reckon that. D4s always roll high for me. They're a pain in the ass.
Unless you can find a ring of cold resist. or
Cold
something
resistance,
like
yeah. If you had
Yeah.
cold resistance, you'd be fine.
that. Yeah.
Well, I'll slide it into my backpack for the time being, and I think we should bed down definitely.
Okay. All right. As you bed down for the night amidst the sounds of the swamp and nighttime creatures, we'll go ahead and take a 10-minute break.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay.
beginning of next week or something like that, I think would be the outer limits of the incubation time.
When did he first test positive? Over a week ago, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not outside the realms of possibility that we might have had it before and just not known it before, like right back at the beginning.
Well,
We were triple vaxxed. We still got it.
we were really bad at the very start, well, before we even knew what was going on with COVID. So before the Christmas, we had I was really bad with a very high temperature. Still went to work every day, and put one of my staff, one of the guys that works with me, in hospital.
Oh,
And yeah, he had to have whatever. Yeah, but, so we think we had it at the very start.
Yeah, I mean, at the time they were saying, "Oh, it only arrived at such and such a time," but I think since then evidence has kind of come out suggesting that actually it was around a lot longer, right?
it was November.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And certainly before we actually got officially, everyone got sent to work from home and stuff. I think I'd already was like maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks before that. I was basically at home because I was working from home anyway.
Yeah, I was from November 19, wasn't it? So from like November right the way through Christmas, I was absolutely in bits, completely fatigued for about 4 or 5 weeks, and then couldn't do any press ups from being able to do something like 30, 40. Couldn't do a single press up, and then I couldn't do multiple press ups for about 12 months. Just lost all the strength in all my joints, completely shot to fuck.
My thing was being just waking up drenched in the bed. You know, and it's one of
What
the
are you
things.
Pissing yourself,
mate? I don't want to know.
But then I stopped drinking so much. So
Golden shower territory.
yes.
Oh no.
Okay. Enough of the
can't even
golden
do
showers.
I can't even do one press up normally.
Enough
Shut
of the
up,
golden
really?
showers.
You can.
And we don't want to know anything about Two Girls, One Cup.
What? What's that?
Google it.
do not Google it. For the love of
Sonic,
Christ.
come on. Let him do it. Everybody
All
has
right.
to go through this once.
It's like a baptism of fire, isn't it?
I suppose it's just like a cornetto, isn't it?
Oh, no.
Let's see.
Your 8 hours watch. So everybody can take a long rest, benefit from a long rest, and 8 hours later puts you at 10 past 4 in the morning. What time are you actually going to start rising?
6-ish. Early
So
start.
as soon as a decent dawn gets underway.
Yeah, probably 7-ish then.
Okay.
I'll be up at sort of like as soon as like a false dawn as well.
Oh
You know,
my
it's-
God.
I only need 6 hours, so I've gone to bed early. So
Are you watching it, Rob?
No.
All right.
I'm always awake. So
But there's that look on Rob's face that says, I might look at this later. There's my bookmark.
Why does it come up with football players?
Have they done a recreation?
I hope not.
Oh, it's because it's got probably put cup in it or something.
Enough of Two Girls and One Cup. Debbie Does Dallas.
That is gross.
And Gladiator.
Huh?
I've just lost it.
You've killed.
thank God this is not a family show.
I've just
Oh,
killed.
brilliant.
I've just killed the stream. Yeah.
TPK there.
The things that the DM says off the cuff randomly. Oh, dear.
Definitely not off that cup.
That was definitely not off that cup, no. Okay, so morning dawns. You eat breakfast. It's a fairly decent morning. the weather system is broken by the looks of things. It is light to moderate rain, though, so it is lightly raining. What is your plans?
I've got no fucking idea. I'm totally lost at the moment between all the games I'm playing.
Goblin tracks.
Yeah, Goblin
Goblin
Tracks.
Goblin tracks, but aren't we supposed to be finding the wizard's wife?
Jelena.
We got,
Oh,
ring
uh,
first, right?
We've got to get
we
the
got
ring first.
300. We got 300 days for that, and we also need the ring
No,
first.
that was the Sphinx's.
That's the yeah,
That's the Sphinx's name.
Memory,
the
yeah.
Sphinx's Sphinxer. Yeah.
We've got till the end whenever
Don't
this.
Google that.
Yeah, but we've been given a pretty good description of where the mage's wife was, right?
Yeah.
Let's go and
So
find
we,
her then.
but we
Got a
need
name
the
for it
ring.
anyway.
We need to get the
No,
ring
there
back
is
from the
somewhere,
goblins,
isn't
right?
That's
It's
true.
on the outskirts of Wood. She lives.
Adderwood. Where the bollocks is Adderwood?
3117.
Way west.
Oh, fuck. That's not south.
We need to go north to the river to Brushwood.
Not far. It's about 35 miles from you, so it's about a
Is-
day, 2 days journey.
Hang
Oh,
on, we
wow.
need to go. Is it Noltec we need to get the mining stuff from and then
Nult
take
at
it
the
to the river?
Nult at the mining stuff. Then that goes up to Brushwood, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that goes on the river.
And then
Then
we could
potentially you need to go to see the Lord Gaskinfold.
yeah, it's to sort of like
And
we've
isn't
got
there
something to hand in, haven't we?
weird shit going
Wait,
on
for
in
what?
those woods?
Well, we
We're
got
We're
to
going
go.
to go to Gaskinfold to see if we can raise troops to help Noltec, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Wait, what does Noltec need troops for?
The bandits.
All the bandits.
around the
Oh,
area.
right, okay.
So
And-
we've got a letter
and-
of introduction, haven't we, to take to the Lord at Gaskinfold Plain?
We have, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, the Baron.
Oh, and there's Lily.
Jelena,
Chanelef is in the woods somewhere.
you think?
Possibly.
And there's a creepy mansion at Tegel, but you've not been there yet.
Where's Tegel?
Over here. All right.
Right, so let's
Wait,
place Goblin
why
tracks.
did you tell us that? We didn't even know.
I just thought I'd tell you. It's not that you're going to go there. I mean, you can do if you want. It's a fun, creepy mansion, but it's got nothing to do with what's going on.
Side quest overload.
Yeah.
We need to
All right.
stop-
Well, we need to get this ring and get it to that woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's track those goblins.
Where do
then.
these tracks go?
All right. So you come out of the pigsty into the light rain. Already, some of the tracks around, though, are starting to disappear as the mud kind of softens and seeps around. I'd like a survival check. You would have disadvantage, but you do have advantage. So I'd like a straight-up survival check, please, from one of you.
With some guidance.
From all of us, did you say?
One of you
Oh, one
who's
of us.
trained. 15 plus D4, 17. Jet, no problem. You can follow the tracks. They are heading northwards. They kind of sort of head in.
Has your mic moved, Sad? You've gone very quiet to me.
Is that any better?
No, must just be me then.
Yeah,
think
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine
Yeah.
here.
No, it's fine. Well, for
Is
me,
it good?
It's
Is it good?
fine for me.
Okay. Yeah, you knob. Oh, Jesus. Ah, but Jesus. I'm trying to draw something on the map where I've already got a drawing and it doesn't really work very well. Okay, so you head almost northwards, sort of across the sort of the fertile playland, skirting the edges of sort of Noltec's sphere of influence, if you like. And to your right, so your left, you can see a small set of outcropped hills. It's more of like an escarpment than any kind of hill or anything like that. Definitely a little bit out of place. Beyond that, you can make out, sort of sat over top of it, the edge of the tree line, sort of 4 or 5 miles away. The tracks do seem to be heading in that direction, though.
Do you think it's wise to go straight into that direction?
What else are you going to do?
We could skirt around and come in a different direction.
That's what I'm thinking, because if
Are
they
there any woods heading like towards it, to the edge of the fields, or anything like that?
Repeat that again, sorry?
Is there any like woodland heading towards that sort of hilled area?
if we head here and then go left to go east, go west, sorry, to there.
What, you
Yeah.
mean hide in the tree line?
Exactly. I mean, I don't want to be on the open plain so people can see us coming if it looks like a built-in escarpment.
Huh?
Ignore that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Go use the tree line for cover.
Can we stealth as a party as we move forward?
Yes, you can. I would take everybody would roll a stealth check, and you'll take the lowest roll represents the party as a whole.
Well, that would be me, probably. So
No,
So
beg to differ, but
that cross is approximately where you're heading for the where the cave is.
Okay.
So if you're going to stealth, let me know.
I was just thinking, could I?
basically, you want scouting. Like the scouts go sort of like
Yeah.
100, 200 yards in front of us so that they can
I
see
don't-
stuff.
I just don't know whether I could aid in some way.
No,
No,
because
you-
you would have to concentrate on you stealthing.
Okay, no, that's fine.
it's down to your noisiest person.
That's okay.
I'd probably say Jet and Ember
Well,
head out with scouts
Mm.
Okay.
and
Okay.
scout, and
I'm
then
not-
we'll follow off at distance.
yeah, I'm not proficient in stealth. I'm very agile, and I've got obviously
Alright,
survival.
I'll go in front. You just stay further back.
Okay.
Okay, so Ember, you're ranging ahead of the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
By how many yards are we talking about? Feet? Thingies?
At
It
least
needs to be
100 yards.
meaningful. It needs to be
Yeah.
100 at least.
Okay.
So you're quite a way out on your own, quite a way out in amongst the tall grass, the shrubs, the odd copse of trees and things. But you're moving around. You're doing so quite stealthily, to the point that within about 2 or 3 minutes, the rest of the group lose sight of you. They have no idea where you are, where you're going, and what you're doing.
Oh. Okay.
You've
Well,
rolled a 27, Dart. I mean, there's nobody in the group that can hit that.
And the grass is 4 foot tall, so
yeah, so yeah, we've got Fox chance.
It
But
would need people
our-
to roll a nat 20 basically to see.
yeah, but our attack is we're going straight to that cross, aren't we?
That's where the
As-
cave
as-
entrance
yeah,
is.
as
Effectively,
best as we
yeah,
can.
yeah.
We'll.
I'm
try-
going
we'll-
that way. You guys are going north to the tree line, I thought.
Well, the decision had been made to scout ahead and head for it.
Okay. Alright then. What can I see?
Yeah, so we'll be going ahead. You scout ahead and sort of like cross the path multiple times, going sort of like west and east. We east of it, staying ahead of us, and
Well, if-
we'll just plod along.
we can have.
Wait, can we actually see the cave from where we are then?
Not where you are, no. I've put it on the map because that is where you're heading to, so you know roughly where it is. It takes you a little bit of time to follow the track. The rain is kind of washing some of them away, and as somebody else said, you are in places wading through 4 foot tall grass. As this is a non-cultivated plain that you're in. So other than maybe buffalo, bison, that kind of thing that roam around here, plus monsters, this is very much an untamed wildland, and it's grassland.
Can we have Kurgan check in with him every now and again?
Isn't there a range on that thing though?
There is a range on the
Have a
message.
look, shall we?
Dark, can you give
120
me?
feet.
Yeah, okay. Dark, give me a perception check, please.
balls. What does this do?
Well, that's fine. 13. Okay. Eventually, you come across. You come to this escarpment, and you're following the tracks, and they seem to kind of push through a fairly thick thicket of low shrub and trees. On the other side, the trees kind of come round and they reach the edge of the escarpment, and in front of you, there's a large number of bushes. They appear to be sort of very thick, flowery, but spiny bushes. But from where you are, and I'm just going to bring you here, you see in between a couple of the bushes a definite worn track.
I don't see anything because it's dark.
You should have some sight. You probably don't, do you? Hold on.
I can see this bit over here. That's all.
But you can you see the trees and stuff around you?
Nope. I can't even see what's next to me. It's as if I'm in the dark.
Global
there we
lighting
go.
issue, or
There you go.
Oh right. Okay. Oh, some red bushes here.
Yeah, that's the thorn bushes.
Ah, right. Okay. Look. Oh, what happened there?
What can you see now?
Everything.
Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do then.
I'm going to turn around and run back.
There you go. That's what you can see. All right, just leave it at that for now.
Okay. So is this the? Have I? Where am I? Presuming I got to where you said on the map. The other map.
You want to go back to the other map? Yeah, you're at that cross. Yeah.
Oh, I'm at the cross. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So.
And the group are probably a quarter of a mile behind you at the moment.
Okay.
Out of range of the message spell.
Yeah, he's got to point at me and see me as well, doesn't he?
No, it's 120 feet. It's not that far.
Yeah, but it says you've got to point towards a creature within range. But you can't see me because I'm invisible.
I think if I know the target, hang on, there's that's specified somewhere. If you're familiar with the target and know it is, you can cast this spell. Yeah.
I'm going to say that in general, if you are familiar with the target, then you don't need to point your finger at them. You just need to picture them in your head as you're casting the spell.
Yeah, it's kind of
If
where
it's
I've led it.
if it's somebody you don't know, like a town guard or the barman or something that you've they're not a close associate, then I would say if it's somebody you've had carnal knowledge of, then you can do it double the distance.
So I could do it with rage.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
Okay. So,
but yeah, you're out. You're kind
I'm
of out,
here.
out here on. Yeah, they're nowhere near you at the moment, and you know everything's gone quiet.
Well, I'll probably wait until they get into range of the spell then.
Okay. What's the rest of the group doing? Are you approaching the direction, or are you taking a detour?
No, we're going to follow because Dart's not come back to say anything is in. There's no danger. So that he's not come back to say there's danger. So I think we just keep going forward, not casually, but carefully, cautiously.
I think as we get a little closer, if we're getting up to where the escarpment is, we should start trying to be a bit quieter and stealthy.
Yeah. Do you want to stealth room?
Since I've been waiting a while, I'm going to head back towards where the party is because they're taking their time.
Okay. All right. You, Kurgan, you get the sense of Dart is close again as you try and concentrate on your message spell, as you have been doing sort of every minute or so for the past 20, 25 minutes.
What are we doing here?
Oh, I just found some kind of what did you encroachment? I think you said that's all covered by bushes and stuff, and I think I found the entrance to the cave. I haven't been inside though, but there's no one guarding it by the looks of it.
Right, stay where you are. We'll come up, and I'll relay that to the rest of the group.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Okay,
I'll
so
see
how are
when we
you?
catch
How are
you.
you going to approach?
Carefully? Question mark.
Sneakily.
In single file to hide our numbers.
Okay.
Thank you, Eddie.
Stealthily.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
just
yes.
check. Can I check around to see if there's any guards or anyone looking out from where
Yeah, give me a perception check. Everybody else roll a stealth check, please.
Why didn't we have pass without a trace?
Mhm.
Huh? Well, it was a bad
I,
roll.
that was the
Was it
one thing that was
19?
interesting, Ember. There was no sign of any guards at the entrance of this cave.
19 stealth.
Oops.
Nice one, Gertie.
Oh,
Somebody rolled a 1.
Kelg.
Okay. Most of you are doing
That
okay.
crit.
L'Oreala is nigh on impossible to hear. Kurgan is doing, again, very hard to hear. Medistra and Rage, you're kicking every loose twig, standing on every branch,
But we're
walking
still
through every single puddle you can,
But
but you are convinced you're quiet.
and
we're
we will
still
point to it
quieter
and
than
go,
Kelgar.
shh.
And you're still quieter than Kelgar, who's fallen over and gone,
Oh no, Kelgar is just playing Seek and Destroy.
Kelgar brought his drum kit.
But Dart, there are, so, and again, you all come to this line of quite thick copse of trees and bushes, and you kind of, there are some areas that have clearly been not so much carved out, but branches have been pushed back, but they're goblin size, so they're quite small, certainly for the likes of Rage to get through. But as you kind of push your way through, you come out to the other side, and you can see Ember just kind of waiting for you. And Ember, you've seen no sign of any activity all the time you've been sat waiting for the party.
Hmm.
Can I investigate these brambles? Because they don't look natural.
Give me an investigation.
Are they maybe a trap?
They're natural. They've just been encouraged to grow thickly
Okay.
around this entranceway, trying to, from a distance, you certainly wouldn't be able to see through the other bushes into this to see that there was a cave. It's as disguised as possible.
I want to
Kurgan.
whisper to Ember and say, Ember, go see what's through the brambles.
Well, I was just going to say to Kurgan with his message spell, tell Kelgar to stop making so much noise. It's really embarrassing. All right. I suppose I'll have to do an athletics check to avoid being stuck by these brambles.
No, you of your size can get through them, no problem.
Oh, is it because they're the size of a little goblin?
It's the rest of the party that will need to carefully pick their way through them.
They don't have any bells on them or anything like that.
Can't see anything at all, by the way. Completely black.
Oh, you got the same problem I had then. Oh, you put a light on me.
I put light on both of you.
But it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
I know, but that's the only way I can do what I need to do
Okay.
without revealing the entire map, which is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
There were
Oh,
any way he can successfully ambush
So
us.
does that mean that in here it's actually dark and I won't be able to see properly?
No, the crystals are giving off faint illumination.
Okay. I am still stealth, don't I?
Give me another stealth check, please. You're doing very, very well. The rest of the group have lost you again. Nothing can see you.
Okay, I see a goblin.
No, you don't. You see a child goblin playing with something, throwing something off out of sight.
I'm going to keep in touch with Ember through message, so I don't know if you want me to like interject every now and again, or
Yeah. Just so I know whenever you're casting it.
Oh,
okay.
so I can speak to him whenever then.
What you have to respond to me, so that's why I'm asking if I need to trigger it. Okay, so what do you what can you see?
I see a goblin child at the moment. And he just threw something out of sight. I don't know what it was. Probably playing. Oh, there's
And
another
then
one just come into view as well. Oh,
two
shit.
more goblin children come into view, tossing what looks like a ball of some kind between them, giggling and laughing.
Okay, I'm going to back up a bit.
We're going to murder goblin children, aren't we?
Yeah, because I bet that's not a ball.
Well, it's probably a head.
I don't know. I'm not there.
You see any adults there, Ember?
No, because all I can see is just the entrance to like a bit of a cave area, that's all. And they're right by the entrance.
Can you stab all the goblin children to death before we get there?
No.
So is that telepathically, or do you speak this out loud?
Oh, it's
I'm
telepathic.
to say it out loud.
Did you?
Kurgan, what the hell is going on?
There's goblin children up ahead. I vote we murder them all. Well, specifically Ember murders them all.
What? We can't just kill children.
I mean, we can.
No, I'm with L'Oreal on this. I believe that all children should be saved.
I am so tempted just to run up and cast Fireball.
Have you got
The
evil in
innocence.
your title here somewhere?
No, I
In
haven't.
the bunker.
No. And I'm not evil aligned, otherwise I would do that.
I can speak goblin though, can't I? So I could talk to them, but then I'd probably get the entire rest of the map.
I mean, paint yourself green. Pretend you're a goblin.
Well, I'm the right size, I suppose.
You're about as pretty as a goblin.
All right, can I pretend to be a goblin and shout? Oi, what are you two playing
How are you
about?
going to pretend to be a
How are you
goblin?
gonna... No, you can't.
I can speak goblin.
You can speak goblin, sure. You can go and talk to them in goblin, absolutely. Do you have a disguise kit with you?
I don't think so.
Then
Kill-
you've
kill-
got no
kill one
way
of
of
the kids.
disguising yourself. You've
wear
got
the
no way of
skin.
doing green skin, which I think would be racist if you were from a goblin's perspective.
Why green? Aren't goblins are brown, aren't they?
Goblins are grey, greyish green.
All right.
And they're all
I've
fucking
got a
ugly.
hunting.
It changes
I got
with
a,
every edition.
I got a hunting trap. I'm going to deploy my hunting trap.
Oh, you savage.
Goblin
Where are
children.
you going to deploy your hunting trap?
I'm not, because I don't want to do that.
And then call the kids over.
No, I haven't got. I've got a tinderbox and a hammer and a.
Here,
crow.
little children, would you like to come and
Tinderbox
see
just
some
set fire to
puppies?
them.
Wow, the way Dart just rattled off that kind of list of like I could kill them with a tinderbox or a bear trap or a hammer.
I can tenderize and cook them.
I've got pittons.
Guess
Do they
what?
explode?
Tons. Oh.
Okay.
Just remember, I've got an exploding puppy to pick up. This
You
would be
do.
the perfect moment.
Yes.
It
Mm.
would. It would. It really would.
Huh? What was that about the light?
No, I'm just.
Are you guys going to come in here? Because I don't know what to do.
Do you want me to refresh it just in case?
Yeah, refresh it in case, and if it still doesn't work, we'll try something else.
What would Ember do?
What would Ember do?
Ah, there we go. Got it.
Well, she
Let's
hates
refresh.
goblins, so she'd probably kill them.
There you go.
She'd murder them all with a tinderbox then.
I mean, Does she hate goblin children or goblins? Remember, these are children you're looking at the moment.
Probably not children then.
You would have to decide whether Ember's hatred for goblins extend to the entire goblin race or just goblin warriors that bear arms against her.
They'll grow up and kill somebody sometime.
True.
Well, her
It's a mercy, really.
entire
Maybe.
family was wiped out by them. So
Not these.
What, by goblin children?
Not these
no,
goblins. Though.
by goblins. Just.
So does that motivate her to want to destroy all goblins she finds?
No,
Or
because she's not an
just
evil person.
Or does it motivate her to find the specific goblin tribe that killed her family?
Yeah, the second one.
Well, this wouldn't be that tribe.
Right.
They definitely
okay.
weren't. They definitely weren't. And again, even the children that you saw have blue on their faces.
Right. I'm gonna go outside.
Okay.
Well, hang on. You can speak to goblins, so I don't
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, but what am I going to say to him?
fuck off.
Well, these are probably the same goblins that defecated that farmhouse.
Then murder them dead.
Why not, in a peaceful way, ask them to bring their to get their parents to come to the front? Maybe we can talk peacefully.
What, and put a trap down?
Yes. No.
And kill their parents.
Oh, do you want me to deploy that bear trap then?
No, we just. My thoughts are, if we can coax out the adults, then perhaps we have a way of. We can't just go charging through children. I won't have it.
We could just push them out of the way.
They might just run away when they see us.
Perhaps we could trade for the ring?
Well,
Maybe we
that's a
can-
thought, but
We could also murder for the ring. Yeah.
Let's just leave the kids, go in, kill the parents, and get the ring.
No, essentially, we just tell them we've come for the ring. There will be bad consequences if you don't give it to us.
We grab a kid as a hostage.
No.
and where it is a ring.
you give us that ring, or we will make your child into a ring.
Yes.
Wow.
Right,
No.
can everybody take one step towards evil, please?
No, I
not
think
a-
Rage has the right idea. Let's be
Perhaps a
more
show
bold.
force.
I haven't,
Yeah,
got, I haven't got time to piss around with
Yeah,
goblins.
more
I really
more
haven't.
bold and less lethal.
Well, maybe
Give
if
us the
Rage
ring or
came
we'll
in with
take
me
it.
and then there'd be like more.
Well, this place is
teenagers that hit
entirely
with
on-
me.
This place has been entirely unguarded, right? Parents probably aren't here.
Oh, good point.
Well,
Or
you would think
maybe-
we could have some guardians, but perhaps a show of force might avoid a conflict.
But in the same breath, why would you have guards outside your house all the time?
Yes.
If it's your house, if it's where you literally live and raise your children.
If you're going out on war parties, you'd assume that. Yes, I think so.
I don't know.
Not heavily.
Maybe this is not a war party cave. Maybe this is a family cave of innocent goblins that have children.
There are no innocent goblins. Let's just go in as a party. Tell them to give us the ring. If it doesn't, things go south quickly.
Right.
No
Let's go
balls,
with.
Kurgan.
Let's go in.
As a party.
Ember, translate as we go, and I think that Rage perhaps should speak for us.
He can't speak for us. He can't speak Goblin. Only I can.
No, he can tell you.
I can speak goblin.
Can you?
Yep.
Oh,
Go and look big and scary.
do we need a roll to get through his bushes? And that's telling my sex tape.
Everybody give me an athletics check if you're pushing through the bushes. Yes, please.
Athletics to get through bushes.
Or acrobatic.
Ah,
19.
I feel like
Kurgan remembers his soldiering training.
Medistra.
Medistra's
You
just got
turn
caught up by it.
Oh,
close,
at least
and
at least they look like children now, because they look like massive big goblins.
I would
They
like to
quite a
waste an
nasty
inspiration
gash.
point.
Huh?
You're going to inspire yourself to get through those bushes.
Yes. I've seen people push through it, and I see this thorn coming towards me, and as it's about to pierce my skin, I just deftly nudge it to one side and go through.
Okay.
Unless you want me to make a roll.
No. If you're gonna burn your inspiration, I'll just let you get through.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Okay. All right.
Oh, the petty things of life.
The children are. You can hear them giggling and laughing and playing and dart and talking in Goblin. And one of them goes, "Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. It's my turn."
It's probably some other child's head. I'll have a torch, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we're going indoors, aren't we?
These apparently these crystals give off light. So
Oh, do they? Right,
crystals
fair
give
enough.
off a very light glow. Yeah.
So
You can
is it
see
dim light?
dim
Is that
light,
an
yeah.
adult over there?
That is an adult. You can see an adult is kind of stood watching the children. Seems to have a bit of a smile on its face
Oh.
as it's watching the children play. It is unarmed as far as you can tell. Rage, as you kind of walk in,
walk up.
Immediately this one kind of steps back and in Goblin yells, we've got human intruders!
I'll point at them in Goblin. I'm not human. You, bring me your elder.
Who are you pointing to? The children or the one at the back?
The one that's watching them.
Why should I do that? You're just going to kill us anyway. We're just peaceful goblins minding our own business.
We're here for something you stole. Cut the shit.
We don't steal anything. We don't take things from people. We scavenge.
Does your tribe use blue arrows?
Blue arrows?
And you say they've got blue face paint on. The
They
kids.
have got, yeah. And this one has blue. He kind of steps forward. You can realise now it's a goblin lady, and another goblin woman appears here, and immediately the children kind of stop what they're doing, and actually, Rage, it is a ball. It's probably a load of leaves kind of wrapped together and stuffed, and they're just throwing it to each other.
How crap do you feel now?
Not at all, little fuckers.
Cast Mage Hand and pick up the ball and hold it up to the ceiling so they can't reach it.
I told you guys he uses Mage Hand. That was him. He's the one that did the statue.
Okay, you watch as this ball rises up. Actually, Kurgan, where you are, you can't see.
Oh, fuck it.
Your hunters use arrows with blue fletching, yes?
Yes?
They took something on a raid. We require it. It's not theirs. Bring your elder.
Need to talk to the boss.
Like I said, bring your elder.
Grundlegek.
Bring him here.
No, Grundlegek doesn't come out for people. You have to go to him.
Okay.
And the little one goes, he's a big one, Mummy. He doesn't look like a normal human.
I'm not human.
I mean, we could go to him or we could go through you to get him.
You three, lead us to him.
Okay. Right. Come up into the cave then.
Go on, kids.
And then you're coming this way. And the kids follow.
Ember, could you take the front just and watch for her sort of like stepping over things and the way they walk?
Oh, you mean like trap thingies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I need to roll for that?
Grundlegek, we have visitors. Human visitors. Said something about you've stolen something.
Can I protect the back of the party?
Yes, you can.
And keep checking behind.
Right, and as you come into here, there are
Frosty
Four.
Kilgar.
Always got that.
4 pretty well-armed warriors, short bows, quivers, blue arrows. There is a large, slightly chubby, somewhat overweight goblin sat on a crude representation of a throne, with a skull of some kind of mule or oxen kind of perched precariously on his head, with the horns still intact. And next to him is this fellow. Let's see if I can show you a picture of him.
I'm going to
Is
send a
this
message.
fellow.
Send a message to L'Oreala. Is it now that I use the fireball?
No.
Hey, that's
Will they be ready?
That's very
Don't
good.
like the look of that goblin.
That's very good. I like
Isn't
that.
that- isn't that gob?
Oh, it's a dagger he's holding.
Oh, come on, mate.
That Kurgan, that thing you did with the demons. Perhaps you should be ready with that.
Isn't that the?
Get the spell.
That's what's his name?
Yes.
Oh, what's his name?
Bob.
He's got a squid called
Bob.
Gobbler.
Oh, it's a Warhammer 40. Is it Warhammer 40k or a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay? Warhammer.
That's a Warhammer 40k.
Okay. I mean, it might be. I don't know. It was just the first decent Goblin Shaman picture I could find.
Well, he's got the moon of the, the moon.
Zed, where do they tell me to stop? Because I'll
yeah,
walk
these two
until they tell me-
goblins.
Yeah.
These two goblins. Well, actually, yeah. So the goblins just kind of form a line across here, with their kind of crude scimitars, kind of trying to, stop you. And the chieftain kind of. We don't normally get your kind here, he says in kind of slightly broken common, but common nonetheless.
What's sorry, Zed? What's this on the floor here? It's in red. Is it like a? Is this a Is this one of the children? This.
That's one of the children behind you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Keeps poking at you actually and tugging at you.
Kill it.
Right, I'm going to clip it round its head.
Okay.
God, I'm so tempted to cast fireball.
All right. You clip it round its head. Can you? How much force are you using?
It's just a slap.
Okay. What's your strength bonus?
10. So it's going to be 0.
1 point of damage. You knock the goblin to the ground, and it lies there unmoving.
I'm going to
just killed it.
Love it.
Well, what have you done?
And there is a shriek behind you as another goblin woman comes running up, and she starts chattering at you and pointing at you in goblin.
How's the goblin child?
Unconscious. Big bruise on the side of its face.
I
I
will.
I stare back at this goblin female and I just blank expression stare back.
Okay. She carries on going until kind of L'Oreala kind of gets down on her hands and knees and kind of just tends a little bit.
I can hear what it's saying. Can
I? Yeah, basically, you're a nasty man. You're a nasty elf. Come here, interrupting our children's play, threatening them, and now you're killing them. They've not done anything to you.
Is she speaking common or?
No, she's speaking goblin.
I have no idea what
I'll
she's saying.
shout at her saying he's not. The child's not dead. You're
Not yet.
overreacting.
I'm going to make some soothing noise, and in common, I say, perhaps you should get your children away from here.
They've not seen your kind before, she says in broken common.
Hopefully, you won't see us
Oh,
again.
you mean the elf?
What's your name again? I'll say to the big
Grundlegek.
in Goblin. I'll ask him that.
Grundlegek. Grundlegek.
Fine, we don't mean you any harm, but we need something urgently. Something
what
that
is it you need?
Your hunters were by. It was a pond, wasn't it? A large pond.
Out in.
Whereabouts was it?
In the swamp.
In the swamp.
Yeah, in the swamp.
Probably a day's march away from here.
It was to the southeast.
Yeah, southeast. Yeah.
About a day southeast of here. They killed an elf.
The wizard, the shaman, kind of leans forward and whispers something very quietly into the goblin's ear. The goblin goes, "Ah, yes, yes. The elf. Nasty business that was.
How so?
We'd been we'd been beset by a strange water creature when the elf threw magic missile at my party, killing 3 of my warriors. So naturally, we fought back.
Did you take your dead with you?
Yes, we always take our dead with us.
Can I tell if he's lying or not?
Sure, give me an insight check. Everybody, if you can see him,
But
give me an insight check.
Weren't we there?
We remember enough, surely, to know what the beginning of the fight. There were no
Yeah.
Natural one.
dead goblins there, right?
Depends. We were not well. I don't know anything. So
As far as Jet's concerned, he's telling the truth.
I whisper this to the party. He seems legit.
to me too.
I mean, I'm utterly convinced with a natural one.
You saw what you wanted to see at the time.
Okay. I'm fairly adamant. I think that I'm pretty sure that's not what happened.
But Kelgar, he's telling the truth. From his
I'm gonna-
perspective, that is what happened.
As a gesture of goodwill, would you mind if I tend to your child? But perhaps you should keep them away from our group.
The woman kind of nods and lets you do so.
I will cast a cure light wounds on the child.
shaman steps forwards, kind of hand up, sort of in a gesture of peace, and he kind of looks Rage up and down and says, "Did you tell him what you were looking for, or just that you attacked a mage?"
No, got as far as that. I was just about to say that yes, that was a nasty business. It seems we saw that differently, but you took something from the elf, a ring.
Spoils of war.
Spoils of war or not, it belongs to his family, and you have jeopardized the whole region by taking it. It needs to be taken to his family so he can maintain that pond.
What is wrong with the pond?
He looks like a
Yeah,
mage,
yeah.
doesn't? Yeah.
He's a mage or a
Um,
shaman. He's certainly a magic user of some kind.
You know there are other planes, yes?
I've heard of such, yes.
Okay. Your party were attacked by the water creature.
Yes.
That came from the plane of water, the elemental plane of water. There is a gate at the bottom of that pond linked to the plane of water. It was the elf's job to keep it shut. By stealing the ring, that can no longer be done. It needs to be passed to his family. If it's not passed to his family to maintain that gate, then the elemental plane of water will spill over this entire region, jeopardizing your family, all goblins, all life.
More of those creatures will come. Worse creatures. We've seen them.
I mean, we could jeopardize their lives as well.
Kogan.
I said that very quietly, Zed.
I know you're just behind me now. I've got quite good perception as well.
The goblin shaman frowns and he looks over his shoulder at the boss, who's kind of almost bored, just kind of looking at you, kind of like doesn't really want to have this conversation. He then kind of, these two goblins, he says kind of stand aside. They appear to mean no harm to the Lord and Chief. And then he kind of comes forwards. And he looks at you, Rage, and then he just says in Elvish, Not a good place to speak the common language. Unfortunately, Rage, you can't speak Elvish, so you no idea what he's saying.
Yeah.
And as he says this, he's looking around the rest of you. Perhaps we could go for a walk.
I will, well, I guess, kind of nod and say, oh, why are we being observed in Elvish?
So much that, but there is status to maintain.
Your
And
tribe?
say that again, sorry.
With your tribe?
Indeed.
Give a slight nod. Perhaps we should head out of the cave for a moment or two.
And the mage suddenly looks over to the boss and says, "It is clear the children are getting too excitable with these guests of ours. Perhaps to avoid any further mishaps, I should take them outside and we could conclude our business discussions out there." And the boss kind of goes, "As you wish, Brookliet. Do as you please, but please get rid of them as soon as possible." "Very well, my lord." And he will take you outside.
Was that spoken in Goblin?
That was all spoken in Goblin, yeah.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, Jet, you'll have understood the Elvish. I don't think anyone else would.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes outside and waits for you all.
Don't like these fuckers, Loriana. They're shifty.
They're just goblins.
They're shifty. That's exactly my point.
They have a different way of looking at the world. Doesn't mean they don't share some values. After all, do you share the values of all your heritage?
I mean, don't twist it.
He kind of
Morella just smiles.
he sits down on the grass and he just, perhaps we can speak a little bit more frankly and openly here. It was unfortunate what happened to the wizard. We didn't mean to kill him, but he left us no choice. It was him or us, and as you can
I
see,
think your warriors have lied to you. They
perhaps
attacked first.
Well, I was present, and I can assure you that the wizard attacked first.
Perhaps a misunderstanding. After all, he probably was not expecting you at such a critical time.
To be fair, and to be honest, if we saw a goblin hunting party coming towards us, what would we do?
Murder them.
We would attack first.
Depends.
Not always, but perhaps in the heat of the moment.
Exactly.
If I'm on my own, I would hide.
If I was this wizard having to do what he had to do that day, uninterrupted, to save the world.
I mean, you little bastards don't have a great reputation, do you?
We don't, but we are scavengers. Our warriors are few. We count less than a dozen in total. We're not part of any big goblin tribe. We're not part of any brave goblin warlord army. We've tried to shirk all of that, and it is difficult. My lord only respects me because of this, and he kind of holds his hand up, and you can see the ring on his finger. I've told him that this has great power, and that it can keep everything in balance, and that we can use it to smite our enemies, and that we can protect the young folk as long as we stay here. Occasionally we go out to raid, but we do not attack farmsteads and farmers. We merely scavenge what we can unseen, or any farmsteads that have been abandoned. And the swamp has been growing, and a number have been abandoned. And yes, we have used them to raid.
Do you know how close you are to the settlement here to the east?
Yes, and we stay as clear as from it as possible, and we stay away from the forest and the ruined castle in the forest.
Oh, come on. If we don't murder you, somebody else will.
He does have a point, because those children saw the blue-faced goblins in the distance, and they didn't attack the children.
Hmm.
Yes, but we try our best. Half-orc, we try our best to avoid confrontation where possible. It is not our strength. To be honest, he says, and then he kind of looks down and a little bit dejectedly, we don't really have any strengths. We're poor, miserable goblins.
Have you thought about maybe contacting the townsfolk and maybe saying that you're willing to work for food?
Oh, as your half-orc companion here says, we don't have a great reputation. Our kin are bloodthirsty bandits.
You've seen the towns around here; they wouldn't accept them.
Well, the thing is, we are the same. We have kind people and we have horrible people. I mean, just
Kurgan.
think of
I was waiting for
Kurgan.
I think Noltec is full of people who are not kind.
Not all of them, but the majority, I would agree. But there are some farmsteads around here who have very kind people. I mean, your friend Rage, who adopted
Lumber.
Oh, they're not going to be kind to
He
goblins.
didn't adopt him. He
What about the
enslaved
druid?
him.
What about the druid?
Oh,
What
yes.
Perhaps.
If this tribe moved up under the protection of the druid, and they worked to maintain the forest,
That would be a very good idea. And perhaps prove themselves to be peaceful and land-loving people.
plenty
That
food,
might be something. That might be
plenty of-
something
yeah.
we could do. But the problem I have is this ring. I told the warriors and my lord that it was crafted personally by Maglubiet, our god.
Well, you
and
got
given
that
to
fucking
me.
wrong.
And he looks at you and he smiles. He says, I know I did. But it keeps those in check, keeps them calm. If I were to give this up, I would lose that power, that hold. And my lord is
Who-
impatient.
Who are you?
Could you maintain the portal? I believe you could. Would you like that?
Hola. Are you sure?
Hmm.
Rage.
Needs to be a user of magic.
I'm more
What if he
concerned.
gets killed?
Then you pass it on.
What does this entail?
You would go to the place where you went with your hunters. You would go there every 3 weeks, 20 days.
20 days, yeah.
And you would use the ring to control the portal and close it, keep it closed. I would say we would pass on to the wizard's wife and family that this has been passed on to you, and if they want to come out here to discuss with you, it's a way of you keeping the ring, maintaining your standing with your chief, but then also keeping that done locally.
I'm not sure about that, Rage.
We could also tell the folks in Noltec that you are responsible for this task as well. You are the new warden of the gate.
Rage, someone would come and take advantage of them or steal the ring.
Give me everybody else. Give me insight checks, everybody.
What against rage?
No, just general insight check.
Oh, some bad rolls.
Oh, I'm all right. 21.
So the goblin seems to be liking what he's hearing. As far as he's concerned, he's not giving up the charade of this ring being from Maglubiet. And therefore he can keep a semblance of control and power. But L'Oreala has a point. All the time the goblin has it, and they are pathetic. You saw 4 warriors. That was it.
I
4
saw
warriors, a
8.
chieftain, and a... No, you didn't. You saw 4 warriors. You saw
Oh.
6 women, 3
Oh.
children.
This would tie in with linking with the druid as a protector of the wilds, though.
And that's exactly what comes across your mind. If you could get the druid to agree, and don't forget, there's not just there's the lady druid. I forgot her name right now. There's the ranger.
There are other rangers in the area as well.
There's Gerald, who's the constable, who also, as far as you can tell, is a druid or a ranger.
Yeah.
And that Gerald has contacts because he sent his animals out to look for Jelenneth. And they went to various contacts of his.
So how about this? We put all this together. Okay, we don't have to head to the west. We can get the constable in Noltec to send a message out there with his contacts. Then the elf can come out here if she wants to, his wife. But I think this keeps it all locally. It'll give protection via the druid. It'll bring this tribe of peaceful goblins into the network locally, and have some responsibility as a tribe that are protectors of that gate.
I agree. I think Olean would welcome help on the forest and the groves. That's a note, by the way.
I'm not sure she would welcome it, but I'm sure she could see the need with the danger that this represents.
No, I think she's one with nature and the fact that things need to be a balance.
Yeah, but what if their warlord gets all mighty when those children grow up and then decide, oh, let's use
It's
this
really
ring?
simple. Then Gerald or Olean or Cooper would take steps to defeat the goblin tribe. It's a goblin tribe. Yeah, if we step out of character for a second, there's nothing. Well, there is. The highest CR rating in here is 3, and it's never going to get much bigger than that, right? So from a mechanics perspective, this is a tribe of 4 warriors, a leader, and a shaman at best.
They're shitty goblins.
You went through a Fomorian in 1 point in about 7.5 seconds.
I could probably wipe that room out in about 2 rounds.
Let's turn our backs like Kurg and have some fun.
Going back to it. So,
wait, what? I can go in?
he's nodding.
No, Kurgan, no.
I have treasure.
And do you think this druid would agree to this?
I think there's a good chance.
Yeah, I cannot see why not. Like you say, you are a settled group of peaceful goblins. As long as you remain that way, as long as you obviously look after this area, you live in the forest, you are creatures of the forest. Whether you would stay here or whether you would move up to around her area, is another thing.
Well,
this could be an extension of her area. Who knows?
If there are other caves that are equally as good or better than this, then I'm sure we would consider a move. We hide here because of the seclusion, because of the camouflage nature of the cave entrance. It's not long been our home.
There certainly aren't many people travelling those hills up near. Is it near the other side of the river Differing? I think it was somewhere over here, wasn't it?
Your hunters need to be better at covering their tracks then.
Over where? Sorry.
Over here, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's all mines. That a lot of that is mines and stuff.
Where was there is a
road
woods
right through the middle of it to Teagle, though.
No,
There
but
will-
was
there
that
will-
the druid at all?
The druid was round about here, wasn't she? There.
Yes, there was a valley here where the druid was. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think initially.
Wait, I thought she was here because that was on the opposite side of the.
No, you crossed
So
the river.
Cooper's about here.
She was the other side of the river,
She
definitely.
was in
Oh, was she?
a specific
Okay.
valley up here. Yeah.
She would know these lands better than us, and would I'm sure know a suitable location.
I think first and foremost, what we need is for you to come with some of your hunters with us to the pool, seal it, start the deal, so that we know that you can actually do this,
Perhaps.
and then we can take you to the druid.
And also
Rage,
protect
and
you
I'll-
while you do it.
Or you can come back. We'll protect you right there. We could come back here, or you can come back here, and then we'll go to the druid or to Noltec and get a message to the druid.
Rage, perhaps, and I'll say this in common as well. If you get your chieftain to come with you, he can see your power as you close this portal, and that will again make your strength stronger with him.
Could just murder them and take the ring.
I so love Kurgan's bloodthirstiness.
He's a big softy on the inside.
I could
All
do that.
squishy intestines.
I could convince the Lord, and as you say, it would be a good demonstration of Magoobliet's power through channeling through me to close this portal, further cementing my position in the hierarchy of the tribe. Oh, what little tribe there is. Yes, I could convince him. When would you wish to go?
As soon as
No,
possible.
no time like the present.
You could probably get there in today. You might have to camp, then come back tomorrow, but you could certainly get there today.
Fine.
I think it would be worth doing ASAP. We have
Very
urgent
well,
business
very
to the
well, very
north
well.
as well.
Perhaps you should wait here, and I'll go and speak with our Lord.
Certainly.
Okay, just as a side note, on the assumption that this goes through, you unlock the goblin race. Should any of you lose a character, you could come back as a goblin.
Me, sir.
Oh,
Awesome.
Can't believe that we are trusting goblins to do a task that is as important as this.
I'm going to suicide and come back as a goblin to hang out with
I have
Kurgan.
to agree with Kurgan, to be honest.
I could say that we could honestly say the same thing about any race, including orcs.
Yeah.
Agreed. But with the druid support, I would be much more comfortable with this.
It all rests on the druid. All we need is somebody that can control it, and that's it.
Are not goblins small orcs?
In Warhammer, yeah.
What happens when a random party comes across the goblins and murders them, and then they just take the ring?
They're under the druid's protection.
Are orcs
Well-
goblinoids? No. I don't think
No.
No, orcs,
No,
orcs are not
orcs
goblin
are
orcs.
different.
Orcs, orcs.
that's what I thought.
How fucking dare you?
Goblins are part
Which was
of
of orcs.
Goblins are part of hobgoblins.
Apparently, you all look the same to elves.
Right.
The
I know the
Aryan
difference because I
race.
speak goblin, but
To be honest, you all look the same to elves.
Oh
Base
my God.
creatures.
Even me?
About half an hour or so later, you hear sort of iron-clad booted feet coming down the passageway, and sure enough, the Lord, the shaman, and two warriors come out. The Lord says something like, in Goblin, he says, so, Baruchliet has told me that we need to head back to the swamp, or head to the swamp where he is going to show me the power of Magoobliet in protecting the area. And we
Yes,
do this.
that's exactly right.
We save humans.
We save goblins too.
You save the region. Yes.
Save your home, which is more important.
And you will gain great allies.
Personally, I'm for murdering you all.
I do not believe our shaman is capable of this, but I'm intrigued, and so I've agreed to accompany you. I do trust that you won't butcher us in the journey.
If we were going to butcher you, I'd have done it in the cave when there was no witnesses.
He kind of looks you up and down.
I'll say that in Goblin.
No, he looks at you up and down, and back he goes, and I really believe it as well.
Grundle, this will be the most important point in your life where your tribe will become a good tribe, and you will be responsible for that.
Does that mean we will not have to grovel and hide from your kind?
I cannot say for certain, but it's a path that takes a step at a time.
I would hope in time.
I am worried about the bandits in the castle in the forest.
Oh,
They've been straying close of late.
Do you know much of them?
Have they been kidnapping people?
Yeah, do you know if they got any kind of someone called Jalanith with them?
oh, Jalanith, yes. I was out here the other day.
AFK 2 minutes.
Come on, Zed, give us something. Come on.
I don't know if they've captured a Jaleneth. I don't know what she would look like. Is she human? Is she elf? Is she...
Similar to me,
Well, was she blonde
without
haired?
pointed ears.
Human? Or was it she an elf? Can't remember.
She was a human. Yeah, I think she had blonde hair.
We encountered them on the road with some orcs about 2 weeks ago. They had dragged a priest, I think, a human cleric of some kind with them.
Ah,
He was
the
all
cleric of
trussed up.
Thor.
He was all trussed up and tied to a pole that they were carrying. They
Hmm.
ridiculed us, called us nothings, spat at us, kicked us, chased us off, treated us like kobolds. Can you believe that? My people treated like kobolds.
Disgraceful.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Hang on, kobolds, are they
Could you?
D&D stuff?
Yeah.
I thought they were only in World of Warcraft.
No.
No.
It's a generic. Could you perhaps tell us before we go any further where this castle is in the woods?
What's the name of this deity of his anyway?
Maglubiet.
How do you spell that?
Good question.
Back.
Maglubiet.
E.T.
Maglubiet.
Goblin.
And it is
Goblin God.
It is the official goblin god, yeah.
Is that official goblin god evil in nature?
Yes.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
But then evil things can do good deeds.
No, they
Look at
can't.
Kurgan.
Bollocks.
Thank you, Kelg.
Let's have a look. Officially.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up.
He's also a god of war, but these aren't very warlike,
Yeah,
are they?
He is a
Goblin.
lawful evil god by nature.
So lawful.
Lawful though.
So lawful, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad?
Lawful means he will follow rules, follow law.
Yeah.
Won't just wantonly destroy.
But
Follow
evil-
agreements
Put
and
it this way.
potentially honour bonds.
I believe. I'm just going to double check, but I believe the Baron. I believe the Baron that rules Gasconfold Castle is lawful.
He's lawful evil, yeah, definitely.
More than likely, yeah.
He's lawful evil.
So these goblins will lawfully follow their law to wantonly kill.
Well,
Both of these goblins are have shifted from lawful evil to lawful neutral.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That they've got lawful instilled in them, but they're making that shift away from the barbaric, warlike side of things to more to a nurturing
civilization.
Sort of like, yeah.
Also means defeat in Turkish. Maglubiyet.
Okay. Well,
Right,
we should
did we-
make haste for the portal if we had to get there today.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say where the keep was in the woods, or?
He will give you a general area. Bear with me a second. I will find out where that general area is for you.
Pretty sure it was on the east side of the woods.
It is on the east side of the woods. I've got a note somewhere.
Was it over there? Top of 4016.
That's pretty much where I thought it was.
That's where I thought it was. Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
No, it's actually in 4116, but it's kind of there. So it
is that cross.
It's that cross where 4015, 4016, 4116 all join, but sort of inside the 4116 hex.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Ooh, it's just gone 10 o'clock.
How are you doing, Kurgan?
Fucking exhausted.
Well, it's gone 11 your side. So if you get, we'll wrap this up, I think, in the next half hour.
Yeah, no, I'll stick around.
Okay, cool. All right. So you journey now back down to the swamp. It is going to be sort of, let's have a look. It is going to be, it's about 10 miles. You can march at a decent pace. It is only about 11 o'clock in the morning. You can do 5 miles in 4 hours. So it's going to take you 8 hours to get yourself back down into the swamp and back to the pond. You don't encounter anything. It's getting to 7 p.m. in the evening when you kind of arrive back at that pool. And the priest kind of looks at you, and in Elvish he says, "So what do I do?"
You have bonded yourself with the ring, correct?
I have, yes.
Then
you should be able to
concentrate, and you should be able to control the portal at the bottom of that pool down there.
Oh, and you wish it to be closed?
Yes, very much so.
And so do you.
Reinforced in terms of holding the portal shut. I don't think you can fully close it.
He strides forwards to the, you watch as he kind of puts on this very dramatic show for the boss and the other goblins, and he kind of walks into the water.
I'm going to embellish it with small tremors in the ground.
Do you want me to go down to see that it's actually been closed?
It's up to you. You can do.
If you want to rope, I'll go down so I can. I'll view it to make sure it's closed afterwards.
Okay. And he kind of stands there, sort of up in his up to his chest, and he raises his hands up, and he starts to oh, Almighty Magubliet, I beseech thee and thy power to aid me in this task, this closing of this evil portal that would bring evil to your world and to your blight upon your people. I beg you and beseech you, and he does this for a good 5 minutes, really, really, really rubbing it in. You guys see right through it. His, from that perspective, his performance is a bit ham-fisted. It's a bit over the top. But the goblins, they're you watch as one after another of the goblin warriors sort of on the bank there. They all drop down and they start worshipping and crying out Magubliet every time he raises his name. and the leader kind of stands a little bit aloof, but you can see him nodding and respecting the power that this shaman is wielding. And you watch as the shaman kind of makes sparks fly between his hands in an arc. Those of you with Arcana, make an Arcana check. Nice. Very nice. Awesome. So what you've got basically is he's using minor illusion to, rapidly using minor illusion to every, the flashes followed by the booms and the crashes to kind of augment and make it look like.
I'm going to enhance it because I can add a little bit of thunderclaps and minor illusions of my own to spark up his.
This is where he shits because he wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
Small ripples on the water and things.
And actually, that's exactly what happens. For a brief moment, there is an almost stutter from the goblin. He's not expecting it. And then he kind of composes himself and he just starts going with it. And actually, he starts to build up into an even more of a fervor. And then he kind of calls out the final command and he waves his hand over the portal. And the ring glows briefly, a deep blue color. And then the pool goes absolutely still, despite the breeze.
Okay.
I fucking can do it.
So has water stopped coming out of the thingy?
And
Was
you
that-
wait for 20
tap-
seconds and there's no bubble.
Skim a stone across the surface.
Sure.
Rage.
And it hits Rage in the face.
Let's tie some rope around you.
Yeah, tie me to that tree and I'll dive in.
I was kind of expecting Kurgan just to kick him in at the end of it.
As you go in, he kind of turns and he looks at you and he says, "It is done. I can feel it is done. But already I can feel it weakening."
Yes,
Yes.
Your god will have to come back here every 20 days and do this with you and the ring. And when you reach that age where you feel you are about to pass on, you must pass it down to somebody else who must do the same thing every 20 days.
Down at the bottom, you can now see the muddy ground about sort of 2 or 3 inches below where the portal would have been.
Okay. So the portal's gone. It's sort of like not there at the moment, right? Okay.
Not
So
there
there's no tear.
There's no tear.
Okay, I'll go back
Is
up.
any loot down there, by the way?
No, wasn't
No,
looking.
there wasn't. You weren't looking. No.
Yeah, I'll go back out and give the thumbs up.
The boss kind of goes, "Well, you are very powerful, as you've always said, and Magubliet does channel through you. I'm glad that you have chosen to join us, my friend." And he kind of claps the goblin shaman on his back as the goblin kind of brings himself out of the water and shakes down a little bit. The warriors pick themselves up and smile, and they all bow quite with deference towards the shaman. It seems like a long journey back home. Do you have plans for us this evening? Somewhere for us to camp and stay, or are we journeying back? I mean, we can see in the dark, and it does not frighten us, especially with such big, strong folk as yourselves guarding us. Especially now we're so important to the area.
I'd be. Well, we've got options. We can either. I'll turn to the guys. We've got options. We can either take them back, and go to the druid ourselves, or we can take the Grundler deck to the druid.
think we should take them to the druid. We should make this introduction.
Brooklet must meet the druid first, definitely.
Yeah.
Is it Grundledek who's the chief and
Yes,
Baruchliet's the
Yeah,
shaman?
Grundle Legek is the chief, and Baruchliet is the shaman. Yes.
So take the shaman to the druid and then bring the rest of the tribe across if the druid agrees.
We don't have to bring them across, do we?
Well, no, they could do that.
We just have to introduce him to the druid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If
But
they agree
I
with,
do
if they
think
agree with that.
I think the goblins should go home tonight apart from Brooklet.
Kurgan thinks there's another option as well.
Kill the balls, hit the ring.
I mean, I'm for.
So shall we travel through the night, or shall we camp here? Camp in the farmstead we last camped in.
Farmstead is literally like half a mile or a mile away. It's not
Yeah,
far.
but we need to
A
go
couple of
the
miles.
other way.
Yeah, we need to go here. Well, here.
There was the sunken farmstead as well up over there.
There was.
The one we own.
Yay!
Or we could just head slightly north and camp out once we get to some drier land.
I'm a bit more wary to go round Noltec.
Yeah, I wouldn't go through Nortec. That would be a good idea.
Not with our goblin friend here, no.
It could be an idea if we go back to the goblins' place tonight, if we can get there, and then we could skirt the forest to the north of Noltec.
We need to not head into the forest at this point, though. There are dangerous creatures
I mean,
in
just on the edge of it, not going into it, but we could skirt it, make our way to the river, and then head down towards the druids.
I mean, I can see fine at night. Well, reasonably fine. If we're happy to travel.
I don't mind travelling at night.
Well,
Everyone else
yeah,
can see apart from me.
I'm not bothered about traveling at night. I'll just follow people. So if we don't want to go to the goblins and we're okay with the chief and his men going back, we could take the druid, the shaman straight northeast, just south of Noltec, and head through the hills up towards the druids.
Hang on, I thought you wanted to go through the forest.
No, that's if we were heading up to take the goblins back.
Oh,
but if we're okay splitting it, then that's fine.
Yes, I think so. The goblins back there, and we will head. I personally say go north of Noltec.
Agreed.
I don't like being near the wood though.
We're not going into the wood though.
If we head south, but if we head south of Noltec, we could skirt the swamp and then go into the hills. We're less likely to come across people, aren't we? I suppose.
Don't think we'll
there
come
were
across many
strange
people.
things in the hills there, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Fine, skirt the woods.
So you're going to head up towards Noltec then from where you are. Camping, you're going to try and get
Does
as close to
anybody else have any thoughts?
Or
well, how about if we head sort of like there?
We can part ways with the rest of the tribe.
Part way with the goblins. The rest of the goblins can head northwest towards their place, and we can head northeast.
That sounds a very good idea.
Okay.
Okay. And you're gonna
Kelkor and Jet are very quiet.
how
Because
long?
they can't believe that we are trusting goblins with this enormously important task.
Gonna come back and bite us.
To be honest,
there's nothing much more I can add. Really.
Remind me, did the ring also give the shaman the power to control the water elementals?
Yes.
And it also gives them the power to rule them all.
L'Oreal, I can't believe she's going along with this either, but like she also doesn't
All of
want
this
to see these
because we
goblins
didn't want to
murdered.
kill some goblin children.
Well, the
Agreed.
children are here at the moment, so
No.
The most important thing is the goblin thinks he has supreme power by being able to close his portal to save the world. He doesn't know he can control the elementals.
Yeah. The only thing he knows it does is control this portal.
What I
Exactly.
don't understand is
Kill
why
it.
no yet.
if this ring is so powerful, why didn't the chieftain take it off the shaman?
He's not a magic user.
Got a question of. He said, "It's nice that you've joined our party." That means that shaman
Yes,
wasn't
I
originally
picked
part of this
up on that
party.
too.
He appeared to join them either before or after.
Didn't we have a guard who was pregnant as a goblin?
Huh? What?
Wasn't there a guard who's parading as a goblin at one point?
It's the woman who was
Oh,
wearing
yes,
the
Yeah,
mask.
the one that we killed.
Hmm.
Is this shaman actually a goblin?
Paul.
As far as you can tell.
I mean, we did roll those insight checks, so I was telling him the truth.
But then
Maybe we can question him on the way to the druid. She will know what's true and what's not anyway.
And let's not be worried about the guy having this ring, because if he steps out of line, I'm relatively certain the old druid will bitch slap him.
I agree with that. She scares me.
like it.
Mm-hmm. It's the only reason L'Oreal is agreeing to this. It's a really bad idea handing this over to goblins, but
All creatures have their place in our world.
Yes, and goblins are 6 foot under. That's their height.
You know, I was thinking the same.
I was thinking the same about orcs.
I could pretty much agree if I
Oh.
was an orc. But I'm
I think,
not an orc.
think Ember's going to end up in a shallow grave soon.
Oh, you think I'd waste time digging?
Fireball, just a cremation.
Right.
L'Oreal is just rolling her eyes at all this.
Hmm. Every
Come on, guys. Make
sorry, I
your
thought I
mind
muted
up.
myself.
We haven't made our mind up. We've headed north there.
Yeah.
East, all the goblins are heading northwest, unless they disagree.
Okay.
Every creature deserves a
northeast.
second chance. What can I say?
Okay, so who's going? Is the shaman going with you northeast?
That's what we're
Yes.
suggesting
That's
to make
what we're
introductions
suggesting.
to the druid. Yeah.
And the rest of the clan go back to their home.
Yes.
Okay. Give me one of you. Give me a persuasion check.
I will happily try to do the persuading. I don't remember if I'm any good at it or not, but would you like to assist me?
Or if you would like me to try and persuade us on this him on this crackpot plan.
Yeah, the bars.
Would you like me to do it and you assist me?
I'm pretty good at persuading.
Oh, that's,
You guys aren't.
can I assist you then?
With your
Yes,
super
I'm sure.
guidance as well.
And
Yeah, I
we
will.
roll a 1.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, I'm going to try and persuade them with guidance, and Medistra, I'm sure, will help me out. How do I can do... There you go.
Oh,
I'll do.
Yeah, that does it.
Very nice.
Okay.
You needed 29.
The group
Hey.
have a long conversation, and eventually they the shaman kind of
I'll emphasize on that we will be introducing them to a useful and powerful ally.
he looks at you and he says, "My lord agrees, though he is concerned that you might take advantage of me and my power and my items here and try and take them from me. So he says that should you allow any harm to befall me, he will personally seek you out and kill you all."
Okay.
Very well.
Ray says that with a completely straight face because he can't smirk because he can't. He says it with a straight face. Okay.
The body language, however.
Then let us go. Are we traveling overnight, or are you wishing to camp here like your people do?
I can go through the night.
Yeah,
But
I
we'll
don't
also
mind.
we'll also walk through the night as well.
Very good.
Oh dear.
Hmm?
How far is it? Yeah, we can. It's 8 miles or so, probably.
Yeah, twice as long in the dark.
We'll have a good rest in the morning.
You guys can see in the dark though.
Yep.
But I have a fear of the dark.
Fear of the dark.
Yeah, I think it would be good to get us past Noltec. While it's dark.
Something watching me.
We can rest, once we've made introductions. Hopefully the druid won't mind us spending a few hours.
Hopefully the druid isn't a massive racist who hates goblins.
Yeah.
It does resolve our issue if she is.
On the plus side, she has a pack of wolves, and we have to wait like a day for it to come back, the ring to come back out the other side.
Yeah, because I'm not going to mess with the druid. If she wants to take this goblin out, then okay.
Folks, do you mind if I check out for the night? I'm
No
gone.
worries.
Go for it, guy. Go for it.
Go.
Thanks for
Thanks for
stopping all
tonight.
of you.
Yeah.
Man.
You take care. See you next week.
Later, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
Sorry, I'm stretching this out because I'm trying to do something at the same time and failing miserably for some reason. I don't understand why.
You suck.
The game engine can't believe that we're siding with goblins.
Yeah, it might be something to do with that.
Rapid rewriting. The party did not genocide the goblin children.
No. Actually, what you've done is actually catered for in the scenario. So I'm not too worried about what you've chosen to do. It's just what I'm trying to sort out is just not fucking working.
Is the water elemental attack coming a lot sooner than expected?
Yeah, the 27 water elementals, the 62 mephits, and the 400 water motes.
Oh yeah, I sealed the portal. Boo hoo hoo hoo.
Charging towards you. Shit.
Did you say a moat?
Yeah, water moat.
But that goes round the castle.
It does, Dart. You hold on to that thought. Sorry, guys. I'll be with you in a second. No, I won't. This is not going to plan.
Recalling it for the night then.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do it that big. Oh, that's going to be a fucking nightmare.
Did you want a 5-minute break? You want to get a drink?
Grab a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
No, we're fine. We're good. I've sorted it. I think. Yeah, I've sorted it. Okay. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter. So you travel northeastwards, skirting Noltec. So you kind of amass together to that location. That probably takes you the best part of 4 hours. So you're getting close to midnight, and you arrive at a location, a point where you need to kind of veer to the northeast, and the rest of the tribe need to head back northwest. The leader kind of nods to each of you, shakes each of your hands, and sort of says, "Deal done, deal agreed." As he shakes your hand and looks at each of you.
Deal agreed.
Wait, who? The goblin?
The goblin leader, yeah.
Oh, I thought we'd already separated.
No, you're just separating now. DM's catching up, sorry.
Oh, right, okay.
With that, he takes his 4 warriors. He kind of his parting words are, look after Baruchliet Do not let any harm befall him. And then you watch as he kind of disappears into the darkness, and the rest of you kind of start to veer northeastwards, heading up around, giving Noltek a decent sort of two or so mile wide berth. You continue, another mile or so, when in the distance, maybe in the distance, you hear a shrieking sound.
As if from a person shrieking or animalistic?
Could I use
Perception check.
Could I use my nature skill to determine if it's natural?
Give me absolutely. Give me a nature check.
Oh.
Check, natural 20. Definitely animal.
Okay.
Definitely above you.
I whisper to the party, do I get a direction sense where it's coming from? Is it moving in a particular direction?
It is definitely moving in a particular direction. It is moving towards you.
I whisper and say stealth.
Rage, L'Oreala, Kelg, you also at the same.
I didn't roll. Sorry.
And sorry, Jet as well. Medistra, you hear the shriek. You can hear it's above you. The rest of you, though, can hear not just that it's above you, but there is a leathery sound.
Oh, I use the party, so
The shriek comes again. This time it's answered by a second one off to your left.
Sorry, I was trying to say earlier, is there any tree cover?
No, you are out in the open.
I will get myself over to the goblin with my shield out.
There are a few trees here and there. Let me drag you all to a map.
I mean, this could also resolve our goblin problem.
Yeah, but it's time to wait to get the ring back.
It's not the same shriek that we
I really hope not.
heard with the
not
dragon.
that dragon, is it?
Oh crap! In the valley.
Yeah.
It is dragon-like.
A wyvern, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But it is not. Shit.
Yeah, agreed.
No, one sec. I've just realised something here.
You forgot we had a rage.
No, I forgot that I need to generate this creature's hit points.
5.
Yeah,
please.
27 1d4.
Bastard's done it again. Sort this out next week properly. Glancing around, oops, shit. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, guys. I'm literally doing this on the fly, so I apologise.
It's all right.
Not my
we
usual.
talk about the goblin god being a lawful evil.
Yeah,
Tiamat is also lawful evil.
correct. But Tiamat plays more on the evil nature rather than the lawful nature. Lawful means they follow a sort of a strict code, and they wouldn't necessarily go out and just twat things for the sake of it. There'll always be a reason why she does what she's doing. Chaotic evil means there's absolutely no rhyme and reason why you've just been stabbed in the guts 12 times by the child that's just walked past you. Then you catch a glimpse. Who's got, let's have a look, dark vision. Right, let me drag you to the map. And we are going to...
I'm just going to say, if this turns into a fight, we need light. Lots of it.
Well, I was going to say, you're probably traveling with light anyway.
Right, okay.
Because at least, probably both Ember and Rage, you're probably both carrying either lanterns or torches because you can't see. I mean, it is dark. The moon has dropped below the horizon. But the rest of you, those of you with a decent amount of dark vision, you see these two large winged creatures circling above you.
I can't see anything on the map, by the way, just to let you know.
Can you not?
I can for once.
I know that's because Jeff,
I
you
can't
can't see anything because you're not on the map. Because you've just been eaten by one of them.
That's okay then.
Oh, thank God for that.
I'll play a goblin next.
Why am I at the front? And
No, you can organise yourself in the order that you wish to be, roughly speaking, on that track.
So that would be Ember at the front as a scout, and we're about 300 yards behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the furthest square can get away.
I thought I'd probably sort of leading the party to an extent.
Oh.
With the survival skills, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Can you see now, Jet?
Yes, I can. Thank you very
And
much.
you can see the two of them in the...
Kurgan's over here.
No, he's not. Kurgan's back here. Snarling a little bit at the shaman under his breath as you're walking down, following this kind of track. And out of the darkness, the shrieks get louder. These leathery wings beat loud. Suddenly, the wings that you can hear stop, and there is a slight whistle in the wind. As directly towards you, you see one of these winged creatures gliding down towards you. And at that point, we are going to call it a night. I don't want to start a fight necessarily without Kurgan.
Interesting.
But you are facing two wyverns.
Wow.
This is not a fun party.
So,
yeah.
Next week, it will be immediately roll for initiative again.
And keep the goblin alive.
Thank you very much for a very nice and very good session, Jen.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
As always, Ed, you've gone above and beyond. Thank you.
And I'm wondering whether, this map here was what I was struggling with while I went very quiet, because for some reason I couldn't get it to load up through Foundry. So I had to scrabble around to FTP to the server and upload the file. So. Yes. So there we go. So next week we will pick up with a fight in the dark with the wyverns.
Cool. Shit.
And just bear in mind, Dart and Rage, if you can't see them on the map, you're at disadvantage to attack them.
Okay. I'll probably be at karate at the beginning of the session.
No worries, bud.
So I will play music by Dragon Force to entertain you all.
You will play music by Dragon Force while viciously mocking the wyverns for the fact that they're not really dragons, they're just dragon wannabes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually what I do when you're not around.
I can't use my sneak attack.
Good plan, everybody. Absolutely good plan. And it is catered for in the scenario that you convince them to team up with the druids.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
So I'm imagining that Mr. Roddy's read it.
No, I don't know what module you're doing now.
Okay.
I know you've mentioned it's based on a module, but Yeah.
I think it's a very good idea because it's like a natural progression for a peaceful tribe of goblins to go and do that.
Guy did post a goodbye message to us and did say that something I only just thought of after he said it, that the wizard's wife hasn't got closure, and also I just realised we're giving the husband's duty to the people that had just killed his wife's. Sorry, had killed him. So his wife probably wouldn't be very happy with that.
I don't care.
No, to be fair, it's a complete misunderstanding what happened. Because, like I said,
so what you saw was the goblins
attacking the wizard,
and the wizard fighting back, and the wizard was already wounded. Right? What
we
you
never saw the
didn't
start
see
of
was
that.
through the other side of the bushes, the dead goblins that were all charred, and yeah, literally, it was
out of character. When you see a goblin, what you do? You blast the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So they are the enemies.
Unless you're playing Eberron.
Yeah, I mean,
in which case it's the guy at the corner shop that's giving you your bacon.
It is absolutely.
What? I didn't get that. Sorry.
Oh, there you are. So how did? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Normally you would fight them, and again, that's catered for. So the three options are: you get them to give up the ring, but you have to trade for it, and that's quite costly. You convince them to team up with the druids, and you've still got to do this bit, but convince the druids to team up with the goblins. Actually, what it suggests is that the goblin keeps the ring for all but one day a month, and then the druid takes the ring and does the ritual. But actually, the goblin's good enough to do it himself. Or you fight the shit. You kill them all, you butcher them all, and you take the ring. 3 choices. Really simple.
I'm glad we didn't do that.
Yeah, I think by sort of like having the goblin keep the ring rather than giving it up for one, it's actually bringing them into, the whole
society
as part of it.
Yeah, it's more like a guardian sect as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and very much they are. If you read the scenario and the description of the goblin, they're cowards. If you'd have killed 2 of them, they'd have all thrown their weapons down and started asking for forgiveness and mercy.
It's like 100 years from now, there'll be a group of lawful, neutral druids, who are looking after this whole region. So
goblin druids.
Goblin druids.
Goblin druids, yes.
Yeah,
100 years to wolves.
It would be 100-strong tribe of goblins that are all lawful, neutral, working in tandem with Noltec, Ryefield, and the area to keep the place safe from banditry.
While ploughing their fields and working for free.
Alternatively, they could go Garrity at some point and kill everybody.
Absolutely. Only takes one bad seed, doesn't it?
But it was really funny when Jet said, "I smack him across the backhand," like he's got 1 hit point.
Oh no! I know that was so like you don't smack a kid. Well, you do smack a kid, but no, no, don't.
When we were all brought up in the time when you got
smacked it, you got smacked the crap out of. God,
I didn't get smacked.
And look how you've turned out, Dart.
Although I did get threatened by it, it was more bullying by my father.
No, we're live still remember. So yeah, it's like yeah. I mean, the whole goblin child was like, he's gonna kill him.
Could have been worse. Could have been that fireball.
Yes.
Well, have you know, I healed that child for 10 hit points, so that child has never felt better in its life.
Yeah, that child will now grow up to worship L'Oreala.
Oh God, yeah.
Seek her out and follow in her footsteps.
Excellent. My first recruit.
A goblin
She'll be the first goblin to turn her back on Magoubliet.
I'm still waiting for when we get attacked by an army of water elementals under the control of a
Of a psychotic goblin shaman.
3 years later, we're still playing the campaign, and then we're like, where the hell did all these elementals and this crazy goblins turn up from?
And where's water come from?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's it. Basically, the campaign is now going to be rewritten around the BBEG being that goblin.
Yeah. Session 163, Fighting in Water.
Yes. It'd be called like Black
I've
Flag.
I realised that I've got something that helps me fighting water.
Have
for
you?
8 hours.
We'll all have ships.
You know that's concoction of
Yeah.
the slipperiness or whatever it's called.
Don't forget, you still have the magic pearl that you've never had the need to use yet.
What magic pearl?
The one that summons
ship.
the ghost ship.
I thought that was L'Oreal's pill.
It might be, yeah.
Oh, that's a bead, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, L'Oreal's bead, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Anyway,
Cool,
enough of that.
Let's flick away from that situation.
I hope everybody enjoyed the session.
Then it goes downhill at this time of night, doesn't it?
It always goes downhill every time of night. Hopefully people enjoy the stream.
Yes.
And as always, thanks for listening.
We will be back next week.
Next week, we're back, yeah?
Awesome.
It says 4 people are watching. One of them must be me.
I got 5 on mine. Who cares? You're having fun.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Ed.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
will.
thanks very much. We'll see you
Thanks
next
all.
Stream.
Have
Take
a
care.
great one.
Good night.
See you next week,
Take care,
everybody.
guys. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.